Okay, are we on?
All right.
Very good. Okay. First of all, I want to thank everybody for being here. Welcome to the city of China Grove. This is the September 9th, 2020 docket. I just want to inform everyone that we are recording these proceedings.
All right.
In addition to that, we are live on YouTube. I am asking everyone not to proceed with these legal proceedings. So if you're on YouTube, do not record it. The individuals that are on the docket today that are either video or audio, do not record these. Before we get started, I'm just want to go over some rules and regulations and some information that you're going to need for today's docket. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and call your name out, and we're going to go ahead and read the charges that are filed against you. Now, there are three pleas that you need to be concerned with. One is your plea of guilty, where you admit the charges filed against you. Your plea of not guilty, where you deny the charges filed against you. Or your plea of no contest, where you neither admit it nor deny it. You just want to take care of the business before the court and move on. For our purposes here today, there really is no difference between the guilty plea and the no contest plea. The only time that you really see it come into play is, for example, if you're cited for running a red light and you have an accident. Well, if you come to court on the red light ticket and you enter a plea of guilty, that plea can be used against you in a civil case. Whereas if you enter a plea of no contest, they would not be able to use that against you. Now, the reason that that is important is because these cases that we hear at this level are Class C misdemeanors, which means that they are criminal in nature. So if you're going to enter a plea of not guilty, I cannot hear your version of what happened without the prosecutor and the police officer being present. And then what we do in that situation, we go ahead and set it down for a trial. And at that time, we'll hear evidence from both sides and a decision will be made. Now, for those individuals that enter a plea of guilty or no contest, there are certain rights that you need to be aware of because by entering a plea of guilty or no contest, you are basically waiving those rights or you're giving those rights up. One of the most important rights, of course, is to have a trial in front of a judge or a jury. Like I said, you do have a right to enter a plea of not guilty, and you do have a right to have your case heard by a jury, which would be citizens from the city of China Grove. Or if you don't want to have a jury trial, we can have it before a judge. So that's a very important right. But like I said, if you plead guilty or no contest, you are giving up that right. The other rights that are very important and they're afforded to you under the Constitution is that you have the right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything that would incriminate you. The state of Texas has to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You also have the right to bring in witnesses to testify on your behalf with regard to the citation. And you also have the right to cross-examine the state's witnesses with regard to the citation. So those are rights that are afforded to you under the Constitution. So I want you to make sure that you understand that you have those rights before you enter a plea of guilty. Now, with regard to trials, if you want a non-jury trial, and what that basically means is that a judge will make that decision. Your case will be set on a non-jury docket. At that time, we will hear a whole bunch of cases and the judge will make a decision as far as innocence or guilt. And if you are found guilty, then the judge would assess a fine. Now, if you want a jury trial, you will be required to make 2 appearances. The first appearance is a pretrial conference, and the purpose of that is to address any legal issues that need to be addressed prior to the trial. It's very important that you show up. That's kind of setting the rules and the guidelines for the trial itself. Now, if you want a jury trial, you will be required to make, like I said, 2 appearances. One, a pretrial conference to discuss any legal issues that need to be addressed before the actual trial, okay? Now, it's very important that you show up for that because if you do not, there will be a warrant issued for your arrest. The second setting is the actual trial, and that's what we bring in citizens from the city of China Grove that will sit in judgment. It's extremely important that you show up for that, because if you do not, not only will there be a warrant issued for your arrest, whatever it costs the city to set that up, that cost may be passed on to you regardless of the outcome of the case. So let's say hypothetically you missed your trial, we had to do it all over again, a jury found you not guilty, but then you could be facing a big bill because you didn't show up the first time. And the point that I'm really trying to make is to just make sure that you don't miss your trial date, because it could be wind up being pretty expensive if you don't. Okay, now that's with regard to rights. Now, I do believe that we have some individuals that have a commercial driver's license.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and for those individuals at this level, I do not, or the court does not have the right to grant probation nor defensive driving. Your only two options available to you are pleading guilty and paying the fine, or entering a plea of not guilty and setting it down for a trial, whether it's in front of a judge or a jury. Now, if you're under the age of 25 and you have a moving violation, if you want your case dismissed, you will be required to take a defensive driving class. Now, for everyone else, there's two ways to get a citation dismissed. The least expensive way is to do the defensive driving class. Okay, so all you have to do is say, I want to take the driving class, and I'll ask you a few questions, see if you qualify, and if you do, then the only thing that you do is pay the court cost, and then we will give you 90 days to take a defensive driving class. Now that cost with regard to the class, that is a cost that you will incur that is separate from the court cost. In addition to that, you have to request a copy of your driving record from the Department of Public Safety. If you do it by mail, it'll be $10. And if you do it online, it'll be $12. But if you get all that in, then the case has been dismissed. And of course, any case that's dismissed will not be reported to DPS, so therefore would not show up on your driving record. Now, the second way is what we call deferred disposition, and that's just another word for probation. Now, deferred disposition is discretionary with the court. I can grant it, or I don't have to grant it if I don't want to. However, if I do, you will be required to pay a special expense fee. You will be put on probation anywhere from 1 day to 180 days. And as long as you pay up all your fees and you've complied with all the terms of probation, then that case or that citation would be dismissed. Once again, it would not show up on your driving record. Now, if you want to pay the fine, but you don't have the money, let me know. What we will do is that we'll go ahead and do the paperwork today. We will give you 30 days to pay the fine or fines. If you pay the fine or fines, then you've satisfied your obligation. However, if you do go beyond the 30 days, you will be put on a time payment plan. However, the state of Texas mandates a time payment fee. And if it's for an offense that occurred before September 1st, 2019, the time payment fee is $25. If it occurred after that date, then it's $15. Now that would be per violation. So if you have multiple violations and you go into a payment plan, they're going to add $15 to each fine. Okay, with that, I think we're pretty much ready to go. Now, do we have certain individuals that have multiple cases? Now, for those individuals that have 3 or more cases, I'm going to ask you to visit with the prosecutor. His name is John Mead. Mr. Mead is the attorney representing the state. Now, if you enter into a plea bargain agreement, please understand that he is not your lawyer. He represents the state. So make sure that you ask him whatever questions you want to ask him as to what are the consequences of not complying. So go ahead and feel free to talk to him. And then if you reach an agreement, or even if you don't, we'll bring you back into the courtroom and we'll go ahead and recite that into the record. Now, at this time, what I'm going to do for those individuals that are on video, I'm going to ask you to raise your right hand. I'm going to go ahead and administer an oath, as well as those individuals that are on the phone, and then I'll get an acknowledgement from you when we call your case. Okay, so everyone that's on video, if you raise your right hand, do you swear the testimony you're about to give in this cause will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And I'm going to go by the screen, and if you'll just go ahead and give me a thumbs up, telling me you acknowledge the oath. Jeremy Casanova, do you acknowledge the oath, sir? Yes. Very good, thank you. Adelia Delgado, do you acknowledge the oath? Thank you. Eduardo Salcedo, do you acknowledge the oath? Thank you. Stephen Bramilia, you acknowledge the oath, sir. Thank you, sir. Edwin Aguirre, do you acknowledge the oath? Thank you, sir. Tamara Jones, do you acknowledge the oath? Thank you. Melanie Walker, do you acknowledge the oath? Thank you. Shelly Garza, do you acknowledge the oath? Thank you. Ismael Aguayo, do you acknowledge the oath? If you can go give me a thumbs up, there you go. Okay, Yvette Barbosa, you acknowledge the oath. Thank you, ma'am. Zachary Whitetrack, you acknowledge the oath. Thank you, sir. Daniel Walker, do you acknowledge the oath? Okay, there you go. Thank you. Marcus Dupree, I can barely see you, sir. Okay, thank you, sir. Sasha Reyes, do you acknowledge the oath? Thank you. Eduardo de la Garza, you got your thumbs up. Thank you, sir. George Navarro, acknowledge the oath. Thank you, sir. And then Roger Coronado, do you acknowledge the oath? How about a thumbs up? There you go. Thank you, sir. And let me go to the second page here. Let's see. Okay, I think everybody else is on the phone. Okay, or at least where I can't see you. Okay, what we'll do is for those individuals, we'll go ahead and ask you to acknowledge taking the oath. Okay, Clarissa, I think we're ready to go. If we can go ahead and get the first person with Mr. Mead.
It looks like the first 8 people are 1 to 2 violations. The number 9 violation has several. It's Eduardo Salcedo on page 7.
Page 7. Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Salcedo, what we're going to do is that we're going to put you into a breakout room with Mr. Mead and see if you guys can work something out. If you can, or whether you don't, we'll bring you back into the courtroom and we'll go ahead and see if y'all were able to reach an agreement. Okay, so I'm gonna make a notation that we're gonna put Mr. Salcedo with Mr. Mead.
All right, thank you.
Sure, thank you, sir.
In just a minute and I'll get him sent in there. Oops. Okay, Eduardo Salcedo and John Mead. Okay, there we go.
Okay, that's okay. I still see Mr. Mead.
Yeah, it's delayed for some reason. It should be sent now. There they go.
Okay, great. Okay, so we're gonna go to page 3, Zachary Taylor Whitetrack.
Yes.
Can we
So
unmute,
let's see.
Can we unmute Mr. Whitetrack? Okay, Mr.
Yes, sir.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great. Pronounce your last name for me.
Viatrik. It's Polish.
Oh, wow. I really blew that one, didn't I?
It's all right.
Great. Okay, Mr. Viatrik, you have 2 offenses. One is running a stop sign. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and then you also have a charge of driving while licensed invalid or suspended. How do you plead?
No contest as well.
Okay, and of course, you're under the age of 25. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Okay, let's talk about your license first, sir. Why is your license invalid or suspended?
Because I went to prison on a drug-related charge.
Okay.
So I had to do the class. Well, they granted me parole with the completion of a drug program. Well, the drug program was supposed to give me a SR22 for me to get my license back. Well, I sent the form off. I filled it out, sent it off, which was the certificate. On the back of the certificate, you got to fill it out, send it off. I get it back saying that it was activated. And I also made sure this was correct with my insurance because I wouldn't have been able to have valid insurance on a vehicle if I didn't have valid license or information. So how was I granted insurance if I didn't have a valid license?
Okay. What is
And
this? I'm
and
sorry,
I
go
have
ahead.
also and I have also checked with uh my mom. She is friends with a Bear County sheriff's officer, and he also ran my ID number and my verification, and it checked out. So I don't know how Anthony Martinez with the China Grove Police Department said that I have a invalid license.
Okay,
And
now,
I also have recorded phone calls with my insurance if you need that.
okay. Well, I can tell you, sir, that nowadays, some insurance companies are selling insurance for a person that doesn't have a license or their license is invalid. What's interesting though is that you said that someone checked on your driving record and it came back clear.
And it came back clear.
Have you, now was that discussion after you received this ticket or was it?
Right after, sir.
Okay,
Right after my mom went it. Okay, this is the crazy thing actually. How is my car gonna be towed from my driveway? I was in my driveway. How is my car gonna be towed?
they towed your vehicle away?
Yes, sir, they did. From my driveway.
Okay, all right. Okay, now that's something that you're gonna have to take up with the police chief. Okay?
Yeah, I
Okay,
will.
now,
And I also talked to Rips. Do you know Kathy Rips?
no,
No?
no.
Okay, well she's with the city council. And that's one of my neighbors. I talked to her and she said she would talk to the police chief as well.
Okay, all right. Well, I mean, I know who she is, but I haven't had the pleasure of meeting her personally, other
Yes.
than council meetings. Okay, now, sir, what did you want to do with respect to these two citations?
I just want to set up a payment plan and get this over with.
Okay,
I'm supposed to be done with my state parole November 14th. So I just want to be free. I don't want to have nothing to deal with. I've been doing this for 6 or 7 years already. I'm tired of it. I'm
okay,
just ready to get back into society as a free man.
okay. All right, so what I'm going to do with regard to the running the stop sign, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to go ahead and assess a fine. I'm going to go ahead and knock it down to $200 instead of $270.
Okay.
And you said you wanted a time payment plan?
Yes, if
Okay,
we
I'm
can
gonna
do
go
that,
ahead
please.
and grant that request for a time pay. With regard to your driving while license invalid, I'm going to go ahead and assess that fine at $175 and go ahead and grant the time pay.
Okay.
All righty.
So
Oh.
altogether 375.
That is correct. Yes.
All right.
And like
I
said,
can do
you
that.
have-
I can do that within a month if you need me to.
Okay, well, like I said, we're not going to put you on a time pay. So if you pay within 30 days, you're done. However,
Yeah,
it'll be on the
that's
30.
fine. I can do that. I
Okay,
can
now
do that.
remember about that time payment fee though, okay?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, Clarissa, do we need anything else from Zachary here?
No, as long as we have his current address that he has on Real.
Yeah, 3562 Real
It's
Drive.
okay. You don't have to say it on here, but yeah, that's
No,
what we,
that's fine.
okay.
All right.
All right.
So I'm going to go ahead and excuse you. Thank you for appearing.
All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I can leave now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Log
All
off.
right.
Okay, let's see. Before we bring Mr. Mead in, for everyone that's still on the docket, we are broadcasting live on YouTube, so we do not want you to give us your vital information, either your address, driver's license number, social security number, or anything. What we will do is that we'll just maybe call out the name of a street and see if that's still your valid address. So do not give us that information while we're on YouTube. Okay, thank you. Okay, I see Mr. Mead is back in.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let's see, Mr. Mead.
Mr. Salcedo on page 7,
Page 7.
number 9.
Okay, let's see here. Got him. Okay, very good. Let me make a,
Mr. Salcedo, I need to unmute you. Let's see. There you go.
okay, Mr. Mead, were y'all able to reach any kind of an agreement?
Yes, we were, Your Honor.
Great, okay. Mr. Salcedo, okay, he's unmuted. Mr. Salcedo, Mr. Mead is going to recite the terms of the agreement into the record. And then I'm going to ask you if that is your understanding of the plea bargain agreement, all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Mead, what do we have?
Mr. Salcedo has 4 pending charges: speeding 75 and a 50, failure to maintain insurance, failure to provide evidence of insurance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. The plea bargain we reached was, I'm recommending on the insurance, failure to maintain insurance, 6 months deferred for $300, condition that he maintain insurance during the entire deferred period. Mr. Salcedo told me he does have insurance today.
Okay, great.
On the speeding, 75 and a 60, recommending 90 days deferred, $270.
Okay,
On the failure to provide evidence of insurance, I'm dismissing that
okay,
because Mr. Salcedo did not have insurance. He couldn't provide evidence of insurance.
okay. All right.
Possession of drug paraphernalia, I'm recommending 120 days deferred, $370.
Okay, and is he in, did he mention what type of a plea he wishes to enter?
He's going to plead guilty to the 3 charges that
Okay,
we've worked out a plea bargain on. Now, I've told Mr. Salcedo that I would request, with the court's permission, that he be allowed to pay the court costs on those 3 cases today and have 90 days to pay the balance of the probation fees. The court costs are $296, which he will pay today. And the balance is $644, which he will have to pay within 90 days.
got it. Okay, very good. Okay, anything else, Mr. Mead?
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Salcedo, did you hear the terms as Mr. Mead recited into the record?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay, is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir, that's my agreement.
Okay, now, Mr. Salcedo, with regard to the speeding charge, 75 and a 60, it's my understanding you wish to enter a plea of guilty, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and to the charge of failed to maintain insurance, it's my understanding you're going to plead guilty, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and then to the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, it's my understanding that you're entering a plea of guilty, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, very good. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and accept your pleas to the 3 offenses, and it's going to be the order of the court that with regard to the speeding ticket, I'm going to go ahead and place you on deferred for 90 days. And there'll be a special expense fee of $270. With regard to the failed to maintain insurance, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty. I'm going to go ahead and place you on deferred for 6 months with a condition that you maintain insurance for 6 months, and the special expense fee is $300. With regard to the possession of drug paraphernalia, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty, place you on deferred for 120 days with a special expense fee of $370. In addition to that, it's the order of the court that Mr. Salcedo will pay the court cost of $296 today, and then you'll be given 90 days to pay the balance, which is $644. Okay, Mr. Mead, did I leave anything out?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Salcedo, is there anything you wanted oh, one final thing. With regard to the failed to provide evidence of insurance, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss that charge. Okay, Mr. Salcedo, do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir, I do not.
All right, Mr. Salcedo, we're going to put you in a breakout room so you can go ahead and pay that court cost, and they're just going to give you some further instructions, okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so just stand by. Thank you, Mr. Salcedo.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too.
Okay,
Okay.
so is Mr. Salcedo dismissed
Well, we're going to put him in the breakout room.
again?
Well, he's going to pay the court cost, or how are you going to handle that?
Well, he needs to call. He'll have
Okay,
to
I'm
call the
sorry.
office, yeah.
Okay, Clarissa, you want to go ahead, Mr. Salcedo, write this number down. Clarissa, go ahead and give him the number.
Okay, it's 210-648-4923. If you call them, they'll go ahead and take your payment information and get that all taken care of and mail the docs to you, okay?
Alrighty, thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, thank you, sir. Have a good day. Okay,
Too.
Clarissa, let me go ahead and, for everyone else that's here on the docket today, we're going to go ahead and repeat that number again, so you can go ahead and call the court and dismiss it.
Got 3 deferred.
So if you'll get something to write with,
He has 3.
that number is 210-648-4923. Okay, so Clarissa, who do next for Mr. Mead?
Mr. Mead, it's gonna be Carlos de la Garza. He's on page 1. He's number 16 on page 1.
Okay. Okay, Mr. De La Garza, we're going to go ahead and put you in a breakout room, sir, so you can talk to Mr. Mead, see if y'all can work something out, all right?
Okay.
Thank you,
Yes.
sir. Just sit tight.
Give me just a second. It's hard to find them on this list because there's so many people on it right now.
It's under Eduardo de la Garza, the name.
Aha, thank you. Okay, so it's under Eduardo, but it's really Carlos, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's why. Okay. All right, Judge, the next one we have is Joe Book, B-U-C-H. He's on page 3.
Got him. Okay, now where is he on the screen?
He should be on 2 different screens. He's got audio on one and video on another, from what I understand.
Oh,
Let me
I see him.
unmute him.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Butch, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay, I see him now. Okay, very good. Okay, and is it pronounced book?
Book.
Book, okay. Yes, okay, got you here. Okay, Mr. Book, first of all, I have you on the phone here. Do you acknowledge taking the oath, sir?
Yes.
Okay, very good. All right. Mr. Book, you have a charge of driving while licensed invalid or suspended. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay, now let me ask you this. Did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
Well, I don't too much know which one would be better. I haven't exactly been to either one of them.
Okay, well, why don't we do this? I'm going to ask you to visit with the prosecutor, and that way you can explain to him why you're pleading not guilty, and maybe that's something that can just be checked out. If not, we can bring you back. If we can't work it out, we'll bring you back in. Now, as far as which one you want to do, it's either having a judge listen to the case and making a decision, or having 6 people from the city of China Grove make a decision. So, that's really the difference there. Now, of course, one would require 2 appearances, which would be the jury trial. And then the non-jury would just be 1 appearance in case we do have to try the case. Okay? So
Okay.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and ask you to stand by. and we'll let you talk to the prosecutor. Okay?
That'll work.
Okay, so yeah, just sit tight.
Let me get him muted real quick. Okay. Okay, and John's not back yet, so if you'd like, we can go on to page 5, number 3, Sasha Reyes.
Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and take care of her. Okay, Miss Sasha Reyes, it looks like I have her on the, there she is. Okay,
Is she
Yes,
muted,
please.
Judge? I can't even see her.
I see her.
Is she muted? Can you, no,
No,
there
she-
she is. Okay,
She's
Great.
unmuted. Okay, Miss Reyes, can you hear me? Okay, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, Miss Reyes, you have an offense of speeding 75 and a 50. To that charge, ma'am, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, let me ask you this. Initially, I had you on the phone. Do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, now, and you're, you're 25 miles over the speed limit. What did you want to do with this citation, ma'am?
Well, because of COVID, sir, I've been affected by that. Actually, my whole family was. That was the whole purpose of why I was going out of town, to go and see my grandma because we had gotten a call for it. And it's affected me, so I can't pay that. So I don't know how to go about taking care of that.
Okay. Are you currently unemployed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And any anticipation as to when you're going to be able to get over this or get it behind you?
No, because they haven't cleared me for COVID yet. So I haven't gotten a job yet because I was let go.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, why don't we do this, Ms. Reyes? Why don't I reset your case? I can give you either 30 or 60 days so you can get this behind you.
Okay.
Okay. You want 30 or 60 days?
Let me do 60.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty. I'm going to go ahead and reset you for 60 days. Hopefully within that time, you get on your feet and get this thing taken care of.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Clarissa, do we need anything from Mrs. Reyes?
Ms. Reyes, are you still in number 722?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll send it there.
Okay, thank you.
Very good. Okay, Ms. Reyes, I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, ma'am. You can go ahead and log off.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. I hope you feel
Sure.
better.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Mead, who were you visiting with?
I think he's muted. Hang on, John.
Okay.
I was Mr. Carlos de la Garza.
I think he's still in the room. Let's see if he's fixing to come out. There we go. He's somewhere on here. I just don't see him. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mead, were y'all able to reach any type of an agreement?
Yes, we were, Your Honor.
Okay, what do we, Mr. De La Garza, there you are. Okay, sir. Mr. De La Garza, if you will listen to what Mr. Mead will recite into the record, and then I'm going to ask you if that's the agreement, okay?
Okay, yes.
All right, okay, Mr. Mead, what do we have?
All right, Mr. De La Garza has 3 pending charges, Your Honor. One is expired registration, which is the last one. We'll start with that because he has a receipt. And I could sort of see it, but somebody, I think it's his son or a relative there with him, read the line that said late registration fee and it was paid. So he's going to get a dismissal of that for $20.
Okay, all right.
On the tail light, he, Mr. De La Garza got that fixed the next day and he showed me a receipt for it. So I'm going to dismiss the tail light.
Okay,
I recommend the court that allow me to dismiss tail light. And on the failure to signal change of lane, we have agreed that Mr. De La Garza will plead guilty to that charge. I recommend 60 days deferred for $275 for a total, including the dismissal fee on the registration of $295, which Mr. De La Garza is prepared to pay today.
okay. Now, what was the length of the deferred, Mr. Mead?
60 days, Your Honor.
60 days, 60, okay. I thought you had said 6. Okay, all right, very good. Okay, anything else, Mr. Mead, I need to?
I believe that's it, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. De La Garza, did you hear the terms of the plea bargain agreement as stated by Mr. Mead?
Yes,
Okay, and
Yes.
is that your understanding of the agreement, sir?
yes, sir.
Very good. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do, let me go ahead and recite this into the record. With regard to the charge of defective tail lamps, it appears that Mr. De La Garza is in compliance now, so we're going to go ahead and dismiss that charge. With regard to the expired registration, it appears that he has complied with the requirement of renewing the registration within the allotted time and paying the tax assessor their late payment fee. So I'm going to go ahead and dismiss that with a $20 dismissal. Now, with regard to the failed to signal lane change, Mr. De La Garza, I understand you're entering a plea of guilty to that charge. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of guilty. However, I'm going to go ahead and place you on deferred disposition for 60 days and assess a special expense fee of $275. And as long as you don't receive a similar violation, sir, within that 60 days, then it'll be dismissed. Okay.
Yes.
Mr. De La Garza, do you have any questions, sir?
No, yeah. Answer.
Okay. Mr. De Garza, did you write down that phone number that we gave earlier?
Yes, I do. 648-4923.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm going to go ahead and excuse you, but what I want you to do is I want you to call that number so you can go ahead and pay up your fees, and
Compliance
they'll get you squared away.
on the other one.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
All right.
Yep, thank you.
So- Yeah, have a good day.
All right, Mr. Mead, we're going to send you into the breakout room with Joe Book.
Joe,
Yes, Joe Book, and he was pleading not guilty, but wants to talk to you.
Joe what? Spell it.
B-U-C-H. It's on page 3. He's number 2 on the docket. Oops.
Okay. I got him down as number 2 somehow, but I must have.
Yeah, he is. He's number 2. He wasn't, he was just one violation, so he talked to the judge, but now he's going to speak with you.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah, he's entering a plea of not guilty, Mr. Mead.
okay.
All right, good. Okay. All right, Clarissa, I think we have George Navarro on page 4.
Page
Okay.
4.
Okay, why don't we, let's see where we have, there he is. Okay, Mr. Navarro, can you hear me? Can you unmute yourself, sir, or?
Where is he?
There he
Yes, sir.
is. Okay, Mr. Navarro. Okay, now, Mr. Navarro, you have a commercial driver's license, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you have a charge of speeding 71 in the 50. And to that charge, sir, how do you plead?
Guilty, sir.
Okay, all right. And what did you want to do with, you just want to pay that fine?
Yes, sir. Can I have the month to pay it or no?
Exactly. Okay, what I'm going to do, sir, is I'm going to go ahead and reduce that fine since you're pleading guilty to it. I'm going to go ahead and assess a fine. I'm going to reduce it down to $225. And we'll go ahead and put you on a time pay. Okay?
Is it so once I get off, I can call and kind of set up a payment plan with them?
Yes, sir. Yeah, well, they'll give you
Okay.
the paperwork and they'll give you the 30 days. They'll let you know when it is.
Okay, Mr. Navarro,
Yes, sir.
if you want, you can, as long as you're still at your same address that's on your driver's license, South Highway 16.
Yes.
Okay, we will mail you your payment plan. You don't have to call in. We'll mail you the paperwork. And the way that works, like the judge was saying earlier, is it'll give you 30 days to pay it in full. If you don't have it paid in full by that 30th day, a one-time $15 fee gets added on. And then you can continue to make payments as long as you pay $50 a month. You don't have any other fees incurred.
You got it. Sounds good.
Okay, so we'll mail that to you. You don't have to call in, okay?
Would I receive it in a couple of days or you think about a week?
Yeah, we'll have it mailed out probably by tomorrow. So
Okay.
however long it takes the mail to get to you from tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Now we appreciate you guys.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Clarissa, look on page 5, Yvette Barbosa is next.
All right, Ms. Barbosa, can you hear us? Oh, and I think she speaks Spanish, Judge. I'm not sure, but I think.
Okay, do we have
We
Leroy?
should have Officer Rosales here. He's not here with us, but he's at another location and he called in. Let's see if we can unmute him. There we go.
Let's
How you
Officer
doing?
Rosales?
let's
Hello?
make sure that she's a. Okay, Ms. Barbosa, can you hear me?
Sí,
Okay. Va a necesitar un intérprete.
sí, por favor.
Okay. Okay, so do we have Mr. Officer Rosales?
Yes.
Okay. Officer Rosales, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Officer Rosales, we have Yvette Barbosa's case up and she's going to need an interpreter. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Ms. Barbosa, can you hear me?
Sí,
Okay. Ms. Barbosa, do you understand a little bit of English?
poquito.
Okay, okay. All right. Ms. Barbosa, you have a citation for speeding and it's alleged you were doing 51 and a 35 in a construction zone with workers present. To
Yes.
that charge, how do you plead?
Yes.
Officer Rosales, you want to go ahead and,
Okay. Señora Barbosa, lo que está diciendo el juez.
Cutting out.
Oh, no la escucho.
yeah, I
A ver,
lost-
hold on. Hello?
yeah,
Sí,
I can hear you.
Okay. ¿Se me está escuchando, oiga?
sí,
Ok. Le estaba explicando que tiene un ticket por alta velocidad en un 51. Iba a 51 en un 35 en una zona de construcción.
sí.
Para ese ticket, ¿cómo se da? ¿Culpable, no culpable? ¿O no lo contende?
Sí, soy culpable. Sí lo hice.
Okay, she says that she's guilty, Judge.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and accept her plea of guilty. Ms. Barbosa, what did you want to do with this citation?
¿Cómo quiere arreglar el ticket, oiga?
Pues lo quiero pagar, pero lo quiero a ver si puedo hacer pagos o que me dé un plazo para pagarlo.
Okay. She's asking for a payment plan.
Okay, all right.
Lo que pasa que no quiero. Lo que pasa que no quiero que entre a mi récord. No sé cómo le puedo hacer.
She doesn't want it to appear in her driving record, so she wants to know how she can go about not having a ticket show up in her driving record.
The problem, Ms. Barbosa, is that you were issued the citation in a construction zone with workers present, so I cannot grant you probation.
Okay, lo que está diciendo el juez que no le puede dar probation porque el ticket que le dieron fue en una zona de construcción y había trabajadores presentes. Por eso le dieron la infracción esa. So va a tener que pagar la multa o
plead
pelear
not-
la
plead not
multa en corte.
guilty. Or she can plead not
Okay.
guilty.
Pero-
Yeah, that's all.
Como
So,
quiera,
se
si
puede
la
cambiar.
pago, como
Como
quiera me
quiera,
va a
si
aparecer.
le va a aparecer porque la razón por qué pasó el incidente en una zona de construcción, si no fuera zona de construcción, entonces no hubiera problema, pero como en este caso es un sectorio más grave.
Ok, entonces sí lo pago, pero que sí me puede dar tiempo.
Okay.
So
So
go
she's
ahead
saying,
and,
she's saying that she can go ahead and pay this fine, but she's gonna need time to pay.
okay. All right, looks like she was doing, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and assess a fine of $300. I'm gonna lower it from 366. And we'll go ahead and go ahead and put her on a time pay.
Ok. Oiga, te van a poner un tiempo de plan de pago, ¿verdad? Te bajó la fianza de 366 a 300
Por la multa.
por la multa.
Ok.
Ok. Y va a tener, pues, mientras que te van dando bonos mínimos de $50 mensuales hasta que liquide la cuenta.
Oh, ok, está muy bien.
¿Número de teléfono de la oficina?
El número de teléfono es 648-4923.
Sí, es correcto.
Okay.
Leroy, can you ask her if her address is still Summerfest?
Sí.
Okay, tell her she doesn't need to call. We'll go ahead and mail her payment plan to that address.
Ok.
Ok.
¿Sí le entendió lo que dijo la señora?
Sí, dice que me va a llegar por correo el plan de pago, ¿verdad?
Sí, correcto.
Sí.
Señora Barbosa, para estar un poquito más claro, mire, le van a dar 30 días para que pague esa multa de $300. Si no los paga en los 30 días, entonces la van a poner en un tiempo de pagos. Y los pagos mensuales son mínimo de $50 por mes hasta que se pague el ticket. Ok. ¿Está bien?
Sí, está
Ok,
muy
¿tiene
bien.
preguntas?
Gracias. No, estoy bien.
Ándele, bueno, ok, eso ya se puede dejar de la corte y esperen un correo.
Ok, muchas gracias.
Ándele, de nada, gracias a usted. Adiós.
Thank you.
Gracias.
Okay, Mr. Mead, you were with Mr. Book.
He's
That's
on
correct,
page
John.
3, Judge.
I'm sorry, Clarissa?
He's on page 3.
Page 3, okay, got it. Okay.
He's muted, Your Honor.
Okay, can we unmute
I
Mr.?
just asked him to unmute.
There he is, okay. Mr. Mead, were you all able to reach any type of an agreement?
No, Your Honor, he wants to go ahead and plead not guilty.
Okay. All right, Mr. Book, did you, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of not guilty. Did you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
He's muted, Your Honor. Oh, there he is. No, he's not.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll take a I'll take a trial by judge.
By judge, okay. Okay, so Mr. Book, what's gonna happen is that we're gonna set a whole bunch of cases on a non-jury docket. So we'll be mailing you some paperwork as to when that's gonna happen.
All right.
Okay, are you still on McInnes Road, sir?
Yes.
Okay, that's where we'll mail your not guilty form that you'll have to fill out and send back to us, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Am I released?
Yes, sir. You're free to go.
Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, Mr. Mead, I have Philip Pacheco on page 7.
You talking to me?
Yes, Philip Pacheco on page 7. 3 violations. He's number 23 on page 7.
I see him there.
Okay, y'all ready to go in there?
I am.
Mr. Pacheco, can you unmute yourself? I don't really know where you're at on here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to send you to the room with our prosecutor.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, Judge, we have Jeremy Casanova on page 6.
Got it. Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Casanova, let's see.
Yes.
Where do I, there you are. Okay, Mr. Casanova, let me see here. Okay, Mr. Casanova, you have a charge of speeding. It's alleged that you were doing 79 in a 60. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay. And what did you want to do with this citation, sir?
Deferred disposition.
Deferred disposition, okay. How's your driving record? Is it pretty good?
Yes, sir. I haven't had a ticket in quite a number of years.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do, Mr. Casanova, I'm going to go ahead and grant, I'm going to accept your plea of no contest. I'm going to go ahead and grant your request for deferred disposition. I'm gonna go ahead and assess the special expense fee at $250. And I'm gonna place you on deferred for 90 days.
Okay.
All right. Do you have any questions, sir?
No, I can just call and pay that right now.
Clarissa? Yes. Is
Yes,
that-
if he's gonna pay it, the 250, you have the full amount, sir?
Yes.
Okay, great. Yes, you can call that number 210-648-4923, and they can take the payment from you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Casanova.
Can I ask you, are you still on Anton?
Yes.
Okay, let's make sure, because we're gonna mail you some forms, okay, too.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you can log off, Mr. Casanova. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hey, Judge, page 4. We have Ismael. Thank you.
Aguayo.
Yes, Ismael Aguayo.
Okay, where is Mr. Aguayo? Oh, there he
I
is.
see him on my second row, first person. I don't know how he.
It looks like he's unmuted. Mr. Aguayo, can you hear me, sir?
I can hear you, Judge.
Very good. Okay, Mr. Aguayo, obtained, failed to ID. Okay. Mr. Aguayo, it's my understanding you're under the age of 25, is that correct?
No, I'm actually 25.
Okay, how old were you on the date of the offense?
25.
You were 25 on July 17th?
That's correct. That was, I think he miswrote that, Your Honor.
What's your date of birth, sir?
05/21/1995.
Okay. Yes, so he would have been 25 at the time, sir.
Okay, great, very good. Okay, Mr. Aguayo, you have a charge of speeding 77 and a 60. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Not guilty, okay. And then you have a charge of expired driver's license. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, all right. What we're gonna do, sir, is that we're gonna go ahead and ask you to talk to the prosecutor on both citations. See if y'all can work something out. If we're not able to reach an agreement, or if y'all aren't able to reach an agreement, would you want a trial in front of a judge or a jury?
Judge.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Arguello, if you'll just stand by, as soon as Mr. Mead becomes available, he'll talk to you.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay?
Okay, Judge, and he pled not guilty on both of those, right?
No, he pled no contest to the expired driver's license and not guilty to the speeding.
Gotcha, okay,
But he's gonna talk to Mr. Mead on both of them.
very good.
Okay. All right, just stand by, Mr. Arguello.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And we gotta go in
So then we have on page 5, Idalia Delgado.
Okay, she's number 8. Okay, very good. Okay, let's see. Mrs. Delgado, can we unmute her?
You see her?
Yeah, she's around the top row.
There we go. Let me see if I can unmute her. No. There we go.
Okay, Miss Delgado, can you hear me, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Miss Delgado, you have a charge here of speeding 51 and a 35, and it's alleged that you were in a construction zone with workers present. To that charge, how do you plead?
No contest, sir.
No contest, okay. Like I had mentioned earlier, I don't know if you listened to the other one, but being that you're on a construction zone with workers present, I cannot defer this citation. Okay, so what are you going to do?
Well, I don't know if, honestly, there's no way you could have been speeding through there, to be honest with you, because there was equipment, there was people. I did honestly pick up speed a little bit after all of that, and I thought the construction ended. So I did pick up a little speed, but I don't think I was going 51, to be honest with you. And he even told that other lady she was going 51.
Okay, so do you want to plead not guilty to that charge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of not guilty. What type of a trial did you want, jury or non-jury?
Non-jury.
Non-jury, okay. So I'm gonna go ahead, we're gonna go ahead and set it for a non-jury trial. So we will be getting some paperwork out to you.
Okay,
Okay, with that, unless you have any other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and excuse you.
okay. No, that, no question.
Are you still on the street Mabuni?
Yes,
Okay, that's where we'll mail your not guilty form for you to fill out and send back.
thank you.
Thank you. All right, Judge, do you see John? I don't see him back yet.
I got a quick
Yes, he is.
question.
There he is.
I never went in
Oh,
that
is he
break.
back? I don't see him.
I'm
He's
here.
on the second row.
Okay, let me close the breakout room real quick.
I never went into that breakout room.
You never went in?
I never got no pop-up for it.
Mr. Pacheco, okay, let me try again. I'll open it up
No,
again.
Mr. Pacheco and I were talking in there.
No, he was supposed to be.
Oh, I'm Guayo.
Mr. Pacheco and I were in there together.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so we're dealing with Mr. Pacheco right now, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
And
What
he's
page is
unmuted.
he on?
Mr. Pacheco's on page 7, Judge.
Okay, all right, there he is. Okay, yeah, I saw him with the prosecutor. Okay, let's see. So is Mr. Pacheco back in the courtroom?
He's here, Judge.
Okay, where do I?
Mr. Pacheco, let the judge know you're here.
It's just, he's
I'm
not,
here, sir.
he's just audio,
Okay,
Judge.
Just audio. Okay, very good. Okay, before we go into the terms, Mr. Pacheco, do you acknowledge taking the oath that I issued earlier?
Yes, sir, I do.
Okay, very good. Okay, Mr. Mead, were y'all able to reach an agreement?
We talked about a plea bargain, which I think is going to be something we're going to ultimately do, but Mr. Pacheco, this is his first appearance. He is requesting a reset, preferably for close to 60 days, so he can put together the money to satisfy the plea bargain.
Okay, is that correct, Mr. Pacheco?
Yes, sir, it is.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and reset the case for 60 days then.
Yes, sir, thank you.
Okay. Clarissa, anything that we need?
Mr. Pacheco, are you on County Road 307?
Yes, yes, I am.
Okay, we'll mail your reset form to that address, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Mead, we have somebody to send you back in with. Let me get you set up here real quick.
And who is that?
That is gonna be Isabella Aguayo.
No, Ishmael.
That's Ismail.
I'm sorry, Ismael. I even have my glasses on. I'm not real sure what's going on
Atta
then.
girl.
I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
Where is
Okay.
he?
That's
It-
okay.
it-
What's going
It's
on
on
YouTube?
page 4, Judge. I mean, John.
Okay.
Oh, John, it's been a long day. Okay, Ismael Aguayo. Okay, I'm gonna open it up right now.
And is he the, okay. All right, he's got 2.
He has, yeah, 2. He pled not guilty on the speeding and no contest on the second.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay, Clarissa
Okay.
is number 10, Stephen.
yes,
Ilya?
he's on page 3.
Yes, okay, very good. Okay, if we can unmute.
Okay, do we see him? Stephen Brambilla, there he is. Let me unmute him if I can. There we go.
Can you hear me?
Okay, Mr. Brambilla, you have a charge here of speeding 69 and a 50. How do you plead?
I plead guilty, Your Honor.
Plead guilty, okay. And what did you want to do with your offense, sir?
I wanted to see, it'll be the first time I ever get a ticket dismissed, but I have a reason. I was coming from Corpus. My dad got tested positive for COVID. So I had a lot on my mind that day, and I came to a red light, and I admit I was speeding. I looked down my speedometer, I was speeding, and I came to a red light. Well, at the time I came to the red light, I was already passing the red light, and undercover police pulled me over for speeding. So I just had a lot on my mind that day, Your Honor.
Okay, Well, now, what I can do, sir, I can't dismiss it. But if you want to talk to the prosecutor and see if he's willing to non-prosecute it, but he would have to make that call. So do you want to visit with him?
That'll be fine, Your Honor. If not, I can make payment arrangements. It's just Amazon. I work for Amazon, and they gave me time off without pay to go attend to my dad in Corpus. So that's why I was just having trouble making the payment around that time.
Okay, well, why don't you, because if, I mean, I can reduce the fine for you. The only thing that's going to go on your driving record. But if you want to talk to the prosecutor and see if he's willing to accept that reason as for a dismissal, but that would be his call.
Yes, Your Honor. Would that be right now?
Yes, as soon as he becomes available.
Yes,
At
Your
least
Honor. I can
don't
do
know
that.
who you are in the, I guess he would be next, wouldn't he, Clarissa?
Actually, yeah, he would be next.
Yeah, so you would be next. So just go ahead and stand by and he'll visit with you.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor. Thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, I have a couple people that I need to admit.
Okay.
Real quick. I didn't realize there were people still in the waiting room, so let me
Go right ahead.
see if I can get this person's name real quick. Actually, a couple people's names. Whoops. Okay, if your phone number ends in 996, what is your name? If your phone number ends in 996, what is your name? Hello?
They need to unmute, okay.
It's showing unmuted. If your phone number ends in 996, what is your name? Okay. Ninfa, hi, this is Clarissa.
Hello. How are you?
You're calling in for Ernesto Zavala?
I am. I
Okay.
am.
Okay, this is Ernesto Zavala's attorney. Do you want to be in a breakout room with John Mead, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in here real quick and I will send you in there as soon as he's open. He's in there right now with somebody. So I'm just gonna mute you for just a minute, Ninfa, and they'll be with you shortly.
We're good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay,
Okay.
Clarissa.
Yes,
was-
sir.
Was that 996?
I don't know who's calling from 996. If you have a phone number that ends in 996, we need your name to make sure you're in here.
Kimberly Goodell.
Oh, okay. I have you, so your last three digits of your phone number, Kim, are 996?
Yes.
Okay. Let me put you on here. We have you on here 3 times, so.
Well, I know because I was on the virtual and I got kicked off and I've had a hard time with the computer.
Okay, so let me get you in here. We have you on our docket already, so you're good that way. So I'm gonna put you on mute just until the judge is ready, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
What is her
Yes,
name?
thank you.
That was Kimberly Cordell. She's on our docket, number 17 on the docket. Now, the last one that Ninfa is here to represent, Ernesto Zavala. I don't know why I keep saying that wrong. Let me find him real quick. I'm not
He's on
sure.
page 1. He's on page 1.
So he'll be number 31, Judge.
Okay. Can make a notation.
Okay, but I'll put him toward the breakout room. She wants to talk with John. He's been her client for a while, but
Okay.
okay.
Okay, Ms. Carrillo, if you'll just stand by, ma'am, we'll be right with you, okay? Okay, now we're going to number 11, Clarissa.
Yes, number 11.
Edwin Aguirre.
Huh?
Edwin Aguirre?
Yes, I'm sorry. He's on page 3.
No, page 6.
Oh, I have him on page.
Is it Edwin Aguirre?
Okay. Yes, that's who it is. I guess I wrote that wrong on here. Yes, you are correct. Number 11.
Okay, very good. Okay,
And
Miss.
do you see the first offense on there, the speeding offense in red?
Yes,
Okay.
okay. Okay, if we can unmute, okay, there we go. Mr. Aguirre, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I don't know if he needs to go see John Mead
Well,
because of that, or,
yes.
okay.
Yeah.
So you want me to set, Mr. Aguirre, I think you're gonna have to go in the breakout room with our prosecutor, okay?
Okay.
Okay. so
Not
just-
right now.
Not right now.
Okay, that's fine.
Mr.
Okay,
Mead,
just
who
a
are
few
you
minutes.
leaving with?
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Mead,
Do we have Mr. Argyle back?
bringing him back. He should be back in about 2 seconds. Let's see. Or 5 seconds. Okay, I think he's muted. Let me unmute him.
I don't even see him. Wow.
There he goes.
He's right next to you.
Is it me?
Yeah, there he
There he
is.
is. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
Mr. Mead, and I don't know if we told you this, but Mr. Aguayo is 25 years old at the time of the offense.
He told me
Yes.
that.
Correct.
Okay, very good. Okay, were y'all able to reach any type of an agreement?
Mr. Argyle still wants to plead not guilty, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Mr. Aguayo, with regard to the speeding ticket, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea of not guilty, and we're going to go ahead and set it down for a non-jury trial.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay, okay. Now, with regard to the expired driver's license, sir, have you renewed that?
I have not got the chance, Your Honor.
Okay, so what did you want to do with that offense?
I mean, I guess I can get it done and then show y'all proof of it, or
Well, the problem is that if you would have done it within 30 days from the date of the offense, then I could have dismissed it, but what was his initial court date, Clarissa?
It was today.
Oh, today's the initial court date.
Yes, sir.
And it was issued on 7/17.
Yes.
So, Your Honor, I tried going before this arrest happened, but at the time I went to Floresville. I registered to get my license renewed, but I got COVID.
Oh, okay. So you came down with the COVID?
Correct.
Okay, and where are you at in that regard? Are you already negative or?
No, I'm negative now, Your Honor. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm good.
All right, well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and reset your case for 30 days. So you can go get your license, okay? And then we'll deal with it once you get your license,
Okay, Your Honor.
okay? All right, Clarissa, do we need anything else from Mr. Aguayo?
Mr. Aguayo, you're on Harcourt?
Correct.
Okay. And that not guilty plea, was it a non-jury judge?
Yes, non-jury.
Okay, that's all I need. I will send you a not guilty plea. I need you to fill it out and return it to us. And I will also send you a reset form with your new court date, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
All right,
Thank
sir.
you.
You can log off.
Okay. Okay, Your Honor. Thank you. You have a great day.
Thank you, you too.
Okay, John, I have you go, whoa, I don't know what I did. Hang on. Okay, John, we're gonna have you go in the breakout room with Stephen Brambilla. He's on page 3.
He's got one.
Yes.
Is this a not guilty?
Well, he's, yes, and well, he's pled guilty, but he has some mitigating circumstances that he wants to visit with you.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Clarissa, so then that,
Okay, so now we have on page 1, number 12.
Camera Jones?
Yes. She has a show cause
Okay,
for her driving safety certificate not arriving by July 28th.
okay. Okay, is she unmuted?
Yes, she is.
Okay. Mrs. Tamara Jones, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Jones, you had requested defensive driving, and we still don't have that certificate of completion.
Right, and I apologize, sir. My husband, in fact, when I had gotten the speeding ticket, my husband was hospitalized. He's been diagnosed with cancer and he goes to a lot of chemo. During that time, I have no excuse other than I completely forgot about the class just because I have so much going on. They told me that I could, actually, my court date wasn't until September 23rd, but we're going to be out of state for some doctor visits. And so I asked to bump it up till today. So I'm not sure what can be done other than they said I might be able to ask for deferred adjudication.
Yeah, we could convert it. Now, Clarissa, when was the certificate due?
It was due on July 28th.
July 28th. Okay. Ms. Jones, when was your husband diagnosed with the cancer?
It was the beginning of the year.
Okay. Okay.
It was sometime, he was hospitalized for 34 days in January, and I believe that was he's been in the hospital off and on so many times that it's hard to remember exact dates.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. If you think you can get the class done within 2 weeks?
I can, if I can do it online. I am getting ready to go out of state for his appointment on Saturday, but if they'll do it online, I can do it online.
Well,
I believe that's the only way they're doing them right now anyway, is online.
Okay. What I can do, Ms. Jones, and I'll give you the option, I can go here, give you a 2-week extension, or if you want me to convert this over to a deferred, I can do that. Now, maybe it would be a little more expensive
if we can do the 2 weeks,
I'm
that
sorry?
would probably cost us the least, and because if we could do the 2 weeks, that would probably cost us the least, and because of my husband's situation, neither of us have been able to work because I'm taking care of him, so financially that would be best.
All right. Okay, Clarissa, I'm going to go ahead and extend her for 2 weeks to complete the
okay.
driving. Okay.
Okay.
Ms. Jones, I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 weeks, and hopefully you can get it done, and certainly wish the best for you and your husband.
So, Ms. Jones, that'll put you right at September 23rd. So that'll be your new due date. Make sure you take that class and get your driving record. And you can.
Okay, now can I have the driving? I'm sorry. Can I have the driving record mailed to you because of that trip that we're taking out of state? We actually arrived on the airplane.
What you're going to do is you're going to have to go online to the DPS website. It's www.texas.gov, and you're going to order your online driving record, and they'll ask you which one you want, and you're going to want 3A, like that form we sent you, 3A. And what you're going to do is you're going to have to print it out. They can't send it to us. You're going to have to print it out, and you're going to have to get it and your certificate signed and back to us by the 23rd.
Okay, so I could, if I have those sent to me while I'm in another state, I could overnight them to you by mail. Would that work?
Whatever works for you.
Okay, my plane, we leave on Saturday and we come back. I'll actually be on the plane on the 23rd
Well,
on the way back.
honestly, you can take that class in an evening. So if you want to just do it, knock it out now in the next 2 days or so, you could get that out of your way before you even go. If whatever works for you, you do have the 2 weeks, but that way you wouldn't have to deal with it while you're gone.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, can we excuse her, Clarissa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Jones, we're going to go ahead and excuse you, ma'am. You can go ahead and log off.
Okay, thank you.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Mead's back. Let me close the breakout room real quick. And he's bringing back Stephen Brambella, and he's on page 3.
Yes. Okay, Mr. Mead, let's see, Mr. Brambella back.
We see him. There he is. He's muted.
There he is. Okay, let's unmute him.
There he is.
Where is he? I don't see him.
He's right next to you on ours.
There you go.
There he is.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah,
Mr. Mead, were y'all able to reach any kind of agreement?
Well, I heard what circumstances were surrounding the stop, Your Honor. And I recommend 60 days deferred rather than, I'm going to reduce the special expense fee with the court's permission to $235.
Okay. And Mr. Brambilla, is that with your approval, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and follow the plea bargain agreement. I'll go ahead and accept his plea of guilty, place Mr. Brambilla on deferred for 60 days, and set the special expense fee at $235. Okay, sir. Clarissa, do we need any additional information?
Mr. Brambilla, are you planning on paying that in full today?
I can't pay it in full today. I've been taking some time off from work due to COVID. They wanted me to quarantine after my dad's COVID thing going on. So I haven't been able to make enough money to pay my bills and everything. So I'm just on a tough spot right now. So
Can you pay the court cost?
yeah. How much is it?
134.
134. I can do that. I would say on Friday I get paid.
Okay. All right. Okay, I'll go ahead and authorize that.
Okay, so are we doing Friday or are we resetting or?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do a 30-day reset. And
he has pre-approval to do the deferred within
that
that?
is correct. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, Mr. Brambilla. I'm actually going to reset your case for 30 days. Now you
Awesome.
can pay the court cost anytime within that 30 days so you can get started on the deferred. Okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Now, if you pay it before your next court date, then you don't have to appear on your court date. But if for some reason you don't pay it, then you have to be back in court in 30 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and they'll give you that court date.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right, Clarissa, do we need anything else from him?
Mr. Brambilla, are you still on County Road 269?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, great. That's where we'll send your reset form, okay?
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you. You have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
Yo. All right, Mr. Mead, we have with us Ninfa Carrillo. She's the attorney for Ernesto Zavala. You don't have him on your list. He's actually number 31 on the list. So he is on page 1, I think.
Yes.
No way.
Yes, page 1.
He is? Oh, I'm not on page 1. That's the problem. Okay, he's the third one down on page 1, and she wants to meet with you regarding him, okay?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna open it up.
Somehow it went away.
Went away.
Oh, well, okay, let me open it back up.
Okay.
There we go. Maybe now. Try that. How we looking? There we go. All right. Okay, Judge. We have Daniel Walker. He is on page 2 and 3. The bottom of 2 and top of 3.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Walker, where do we have you? There you are.
Hi.
There you
Hi.
are. Okay, Mr. Walker.
for
Let's see. Mr. Walker, you have 2 charges here. One is a speeding 73 and a 60. To that charge, sir, how do you plead?
No contest, sir.
Okay, and then you have a second offense for expired registration. How do you plead?
No contest as well. And I sent that information into the court. I got my registration renewed.
Okay. Clarissa, do we have that?
Let me look real quick here. Yes, sir. He did take care of that.
Okay, was it timely done and the penalty?
Yes, sir. He
Very
had
good.
it taken care of actually just a short time after he got the ticket. Yes, he got it done within 20 days.
Okay, and paid the county their penalty?
He did not pay the late penalty fee, but they were waiving that.
Okay, all right. Okay, Mr. Walker, I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss that case. It'll be a $20 dismissal fee.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Now with regard to the speeding ticket, what did you want to do with that, sir?
Well, definitely will pay it. I was driving some people to the airport, so I may have been speeding. I can't really say. I know that when I was going through China Grove, I did reduce my speed to 50. I'm always very careful going through there, but of course, my mind was probably elsewhere with people in the car. So,
Okay. Well, did you just want to pay the fine, or did you want to do defensive driving to keep it off your record, or probation?
you know, unfortunately, I just can't afford to miss work because I've missed so much work due to COVID. So I'd rather just pay whatever fee I need to. If there's a way to reduce it, I'd appreciate that. If not, I understand.
I'll go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and reduce it to 200.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. And now when can you pay that?
I'll pay today.
Today. Okay. All right. Did you write down that number that I gave earlier?
You know, I'm working right now. I did try to. I believe it was 484-923, but my phone was about to die, so I had it plugged into the wall at the moment.
Okay.
It's 210-648-49.
Or the court number. Yes, I have that number.
Okay. And also, sir, you do have a $20 compliance dismissal fee with that expired registration. So your total would be $220.
Copy that.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. If you can give them a call in the court office, they can take care of that for you and get this done.
Okay. Thank y'all.
Sure.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Have a good day, sir.
Y'all as well.
Okay, Clarissa, let's see.
We have John back? No?
No, I don't see him. Okay, so is it number 14 next, Clarissa?
Yes, number 14 on page 4, Roger Coronado.
Yes, Roger Coronado. Where is Mr. Coronado? There he is. Can we unmute him? There you go. Mr. Coronado, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Coronado, you're 15 years old, is that correct?
I just turned 16 on August 17th, sir.
Okay, but on the day of the offense, you
Yes,
were
sir.
15? Okay,
Yes, sir.
is one of your parents present?
Yes.
Okay, and who would that be?
That would be my dad.
Okay, and what is his name?
Ricardo Coronado.
Ricardo, let me just make some notes. Okay, Mr. Coronado, Ricardo Coronado, can you hear me, sir?
Let me go get him real quick. He's right here in the. I'll be
Yeah.
right back. Yes, he's right here, sir.
Okay, Mr. Coronado, can you stick your head in there? There you go. Okay, sir. You are Ricardo Coronado?
Sí, mi nombre es Ricardo Coronado.
Ok, y usted es el papá de Roger, de Rogelio.
Roger Coronado, sí.
Ándele, ok.
Ajá.
So, mire, quiero que se quede aquí presente.
Ajá.
Si puedo hablar con su hijo.
¿Dónde?
Okay, all right. Roger, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Roger, you have a charge of failure to maintain insurance. To that charge, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest.
Guilty, sir.
Okay, and then you also have a charge of no driver's license. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, let me explain that to your dad. Señor Coronado.
Dígame.
Mire, su hijo tiene 2 tickets, uno es por
Ajá.
no tener seguranza y se está declarando culpable, ¿entiendes? ¿Verdad? Y también tiene un ticket por no tener licencia de manejar y se está declarando culpable. ¿Entiendes eso?
Sí.
Está bien, okay. Okay, Ricardo, what did you want to do with these 2 citations?
Well, the insurance one, I was gonna see because right after that, the 2 days after I got my insurance, so I have insurance now on the vehicle.
You have insurance now? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, do you want to be put on probation, or did you just want to pay the fine, or?
I'll just pay the fine.
License.
What was that?
You have a license now?
No, sir.
You're not. Okay. Okay. So on the let's talk about the driver's license first. Did you just want to pay that fine?
The driver license, yes, sir.
Okay. where are you at on trying to get your license?
I'll try to start by next week, sir. It's got I've been busy with school and I haven't had time.
Okay,
But yes, I'll get that done.
okay. Now, are you covered by insurance? Is your name on the policy or on the insurance card?
No, it's my cousin's
Your cousin's what?
insurance.
Oh, no, but no,
Oh.
I need to, so then you don't have any insurance in your name?
No, sir.
Okay, all right. What I can't place you on deferred. So did you just want to pay these fines?
Yes, sir. I'll just pay them.
Okay, on the insurance ticket, I'm gonna go ahead and reduce it to $200.
Yes, sir.
And
Thank you.
on the driver's license, I'm gonna reduce it to $150.
Thank you.
Now, do you need some time to pay that?
Yes. What will be the time?
Well, normally we give you 30 days, and if you
Okay.
don't pay within 30 days, then they put you in a payment plan.
Yes, I'll take 30 days, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me explain this to your dad. Señor Coronado.
Dígame, señor.
Mire, entiendo que Rogelio todavía no tiene licencia a manejar.
Sí.
Y no tiene seguranza enseñando que él está cubrido.
Ándele.
Pues le voy a aceptar su declaración de culpable y le voy a poner una multa de $200 en el tiquete de la aseguranza.
Ok.
Le voy a rebajar la multa de la licencia a 150 y le
Perfecto.
vamos a dar tiempo para que pague.
Ok.
¿Está bien?
Sí, ¿cómo no?
Okay. Okay, Roger, did
Yes,
you
sir.
understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Clarissa, do we need anything from Roger?
Roger, are you still on Montrose?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. That's where we'll send your payment form, okay?
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
we're gonna
you.
go ahead and excuse you, so you're free to go.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Okay, Mr. Mead.
Okay,
is
do we have
back.
Mr. Mead back? Okay, let me close the room.
Well, let's see.
Looks like we have them both back. Okay.
That's one right here.
Hi,
We're both
Ninfa.
back.
All right. Mr. Mead had made an offer. I will convey it to my client. And if I can, Your Honor, I respectfully request a reset for about 30 days so I can, I'm sure he'll consider the offer and then we'll come back and take care of it.
Okay,
Or,
very good.
or take care of it before.
Your Honor, I'll go ahead and tell the court what my offer is. So if they want to come take care of it before, they don't
Okay.
have to come back on. It's what I usually do in the CDL speeding case, Your Honor. I'm going to recommend to allow the defendant to plead guilty to reduced offense of speeding 38 and a 35, fine of $377, and court costs. Fine and court costs $377.
But you're
377?
reducing it to a 38 and a 35?
Correct, Your Honor.
And did you say it was a deferred?
No, this is CDL.
CDL, that's right. Construction total. Okay. All
Okay.
right, very good. And how much of a fine, Mr. Mead?
The recommended fine, $377.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and reset the case for 30 days. Okay, so Ms. Carrillo, what we're gonna do, we'll reset it for 30 days.
Yes,
If
Your
you
Honor.
can get back with the court within that time, then you don't have to appear in 30 days.
Yes, Your Honor.
But if for some reason he doesn't accept the offer or something happens, we'll have a court date in 30 days.
I will let the court know.
Okay, very good. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Ninfa.
Thank you. Just to confirm, the total amount of money paid, court cost and fine and everything is $377.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Okay,
And the reduced charge is speeding 38 and a 35.
I got it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
ma'am.
Y'all
Thank
stay
you.
safe. Bye-bye.
You too.
Thank you.
Okay, John, I have Edwin Aguirre on page 3.
Are we down to one?
I
page?
think so. And I have a couple that have joined that I have to get their names real quick too, but I was gonna send you to the breakout room first.
Where is he?
He's on page 3, number 11 on page 3. He spoke with the judge and if you look at the notes in red next to his name.
I don't see number 11 on page 3.
Am I
Number
making that
10.
up?
You
Oh,
can.
I don't either.
Oh, wait a minute.
I don't know.
That's
I think I made that up. He is actually on page 6. I don't know why I keep saying page 3. He's on page 6. And John, there are some notes out next to, in the note column that if you would refer to for the speeding violation.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put you in there. Let me find Edwin real quick. Okay, Mr. Aguirre, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna send you with Mr. Mead, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Judge, we have on page 7, Leo Vallejo.
Okay, number 15.
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good.
Mr. Vallejo, can you see or hear us? Where you at? There
Yes,
you are.
I can.
There he is. Okay, Mr. Vallejo, you have 2 cases here, sir, and you're under the age of 25, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you have a charge of expired driver's license. How do you plead to that charge?
I'm not too sure. Because my parents, they don't want. Okay, I don't want it to come out on my driving record, and all I needed to do was schedule an appointment to take the test, but we only had one vehicle at the time, and well, we had 2 vehicles, my truck and then my dad's truck, but I was working, and my dad was always working, and my mom was taking care of my brothers. I guess I would plead, not guilty. No contest.
Well, let me ask you this, Mr. Vallejo. Are you gonna, when do you plan to get your license?
All I have to do is schedule an appointment, but I scheduled one recently, and they're pushing it back like 2 months because of, I guess everyone's it's all booked. So I've been trying to get in as soon as possible. I have everything done for it. I have all my hours, my log sheets and everything. All I have to do is just to get it done.
Okay, so
I'm on the insurance and everything.
Do you think you can get it done in 60 days?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Okay, because
Sure.
You getting your license will open some doors for you. So I'm gonna go ahead and reset both cases for 60 days and give you a chance to get your license.
Yes, sir. And the speeding ticket, the speeding
No,
one, I would.
Let's do this. Let's get your license first, because if you get your license, then it opens the door for you to take the defensive driving class. That way you can keep it off your record.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. And y'all gonna
reset
y'all
both.
will.
Yes, we're
Okay,
gonna mail
y'all
you the
gonna-
reset form. Are you still on Buffalo Pass?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, we'll mail it there, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right. Am I good to go?
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. You have a great day.
You too. All right, Judge, on the same page, we have number 17, Kim Cadell.
Oh, yeah, down at the bottom. Okay, very good. Okay, Miss Cadell. Miss Cadell, can you hear me, ma'am?
Let's
Ms.
see if
Cadell?
she is muted, probably. Let me see. I don't know, we may have.
I have her on the second row.
Yeah, it looks like she's just not connecting. Oh, wait, here she is. Maybe she's got 3 squares on mine, so maybe it's this one that's holding it up.
The one that's connecting?
No, there's 3. One of them is connected, and I think it's her.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
she keeps hopping around here. Let's see. I lost it. Okay, Miss Cadell, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Okay. All right, Miss Cadell, you have a charge here of animals running at large. To that charge, ma'am, how do you plead?
Pardon me?
How do you plead to that charge? Guilty, not guilty?
No contest.
I'm sorry?
No contest.
No contest. Okay, very good. And what did you want to do with this citation?
I don't know how much it is or anything.
Well, the fine is $166.
But I'm a waitress at IHOP, and that's a lot of shit. So, well, I guess I'll just pay it because I want to get it over with.
Do you want to, okay, so you want to, can you pay that right away, or do you need time to pay?
No, I'll just pay it right away.
Okay, very good. All right.
So can I come down right down to is the little window open?
Probably for about another 30, for about another 30 minutes or so it will be.
Okay, I'll run down there. I'm just right here around the corner on Tree Bend.
Okay.
Okay. So is there a number right there, or just tell them I'm here to pay it?
If you just
I can
knock on the front window when you get here, the big front window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Or I'll come right now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you, ma'am. Bye-bye.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Mead, who were you visiting with?
I was with Mr. Aguirre. He's back, I believe.
Okay, let me find him on my docket here.
He's on page 6, about the middle of the page.
Got it.
Edward Gary, let me unmute him.
There he is. Mr. Aguirre, he needs to reset we talked about a plea bargain. He needs a reset to come up with the funds to fund our plea bargain. So he wants a 60-day reset, Your Honor.
Reset 60 days. Okay, is that correct, Mr. Aguirre?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and reset the case for 60 days then.
All right, thank you.
Very good. Thank you, sir. And they'll send you a reset form.
Okay, are we resetting both violations?
Both.
Okay. Okay, and Mr. Aguirre, I'm sorry, are you still on Ida Marie?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's where we'll send your reset to.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Clarissa. 17, 18, 19. Let's see, where's 18? 18 is Ramiro Muniz.
Yes. Should I send John in with someone real quick though?
Yes.
Let me assign you to a breakout room with Jose Lopez. He's on page 2.
Okay. All right.
Oops. Hang on, Jose Lopez. Okay, so it's Jose Lopez and he's on page 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so do we have Mr. Muniz unmuted? Where is, there he is?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Muniz, I've got you just on audio. Do you acknowledge taking the oath that I administered earlier, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very good. Okay, Mr. Muniz, you have 2 offenses. One is for no driver's license. How do you plead to that charge?
Guilty.
Okay, and you also have a charge of speeding, 56 and a 50. How do you plead?
I guess I'll plead guilty, sir.
Guilty, okay. All right, sir. What's the status on your license? Are you trying to get a license? You don't have a
Yes,
license?
I'm enrolled in the driving school. I have 60% done.
Okay. When do you anticipate getting your license?
In about the next 2 months, I should have it already, sir.
Okay. All right.
Judge, the correct speed on there, it's incorrect on the docket sheet. It's 60 and a 50.
60 and a 50.
Yes, sir. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Okay. Now you're 18 years old, sir. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reset your case for 60 days for you to get your license. Once you get the license, that'll open some doors for you on the defensive driving to be able to get it dismissed. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So we're going to send you a reset for 60 days.
And as far as the fines,
Well, it depends, because if you get your license, okay, you're looking at a fine of 167 there. But if you do the defensive driving on the speeding, that's going to cost you less. Okay. But the benefit of that is that, you'll have the benefit of the class, and it not going on your driving record. And given that you're 18 years old, you really don't want to have a moving violation on there.
Okay. So you recommend me the reschedule?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and reset it for you.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay?
And I believe this is gonna be my second reset, correct?
Is that correct, Clarissa?
Yes, this will be his second.
Yeah. So let's try to get this thing squared away within the next 60 days.
Okay, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. Your excuse, sir. You can.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
Sure. Hey,
Yeah.
Clarissa.
Yes, sir.
I show Kimberly Cardell still
Oh.
on the screen.
I wonder if she just didn't hang up because she's not there no more.
Well, there's
But
one.
she had a couple things going. I think her main line hung up. She had 3 on here. So I think her, I'm not real sure. It just never connected.
Can you go
I
ahead
don't know
and?
if there's
and
any
log
way I
out?
can, let me remove her.
Yeah. There you go.
There we go. And there's one more here. Okay. Okay, and let me close the breakout room. Okay, so, oh gosh, how many times is Kimberly Dell on here? Okay, remove.
Mr. Mead, who were you visiting with?
Jose Lopez.
Jose Lopez.
He's on audio only.
On page 2.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I got him on page 2.
Yes, he's on page 2.
And he has 3 citations. Okay, Mr. Mead, were y'all able to reach any type of agreement?
In exchange for a plea of guilty on the fictitious license plate, he's gonna pay the recommended fine of $266. He's gonna plead guilty to possession of drug paraphernalia, pay the recommended fine of $366. And I'm going to take into consideration and move to dismiss operate unregistered motor vehicle. He needs time, total of $622. He needs time to pay.
622. Okay. Okay, Mr. Jose Lopez.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Lopez, were you able to hear the plea bargain agreement that the prosecutor read into the record?
Yes, sir, I did.
Okay. Now, it's my understanding that to the charge of displaying fictitious license plate, you're pleading guilty. Is that correct?
Guilty, yes, sir.
Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to follow the plea bargain recommendation, assess the fine of $266 and give you time to pay. To the charge of possession of drug paraphernalia, it's my understanding you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and accept your plea, assess the fine of $366 and give you time to pay. And I'm going to go ahead and dismiss the operating unregistered motor vehicle as it was taken into consideration by the state. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Lopez, do you have any questions, sir?
No, sir, I just need some time, sir, because I was stating to Mr. John that I just got out here to Corpus, and this is where my job is now, so I'm going to be living here permanently, and to get an apartment and everything is kind of expensive, so I just really need some time to pay it, sir.
Okay, well, what they're going to do is they're going to give you 30 days. All right, if you don't pay it within the 30 days, you're going to be on a monthly payment of a minimum of $50, but then they're going to tack on $15 per violation if it goes beyond the 30 days.
And that'll be a one-time fee
That's
of the
correct.
15?
That's correct.
Okay.
So
Okay, yes, sir.
right now it's 622. If you go beyond the 30 days, you're going to add $30 to that.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Yeah, I just need some time to come up with it, but I should have a good amount for you the next time I get there.
Very good. Okay, sir. Well, good luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. And you, Clarissa, do we need anything from Mr. Lopez?
Are you still there, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am. I'm here.
Are you on Stamen Drive? Can I send that there or do I send it to Corpus?
Yes. Yes, ma'am. You can send it to Stamen Drive because I really haven't had a chance to get an apartment yet out here.
Okay, we'll send it there. That's where your payment plan will go to, okay?
That's my sister's. That's correct, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, you, sir.
Thank you.
We have, thank you, Miss Rimchesel, but she isn't on here right now. We do have some people that have maybe dropped and come back. So I need to get a few names real quick,
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
Let me see if I can bring them in. We have a few on here that have numbers and no names on them. If you had to call back in, there we go. Okay, if your number ends in 512, what is your name?
Mona Schneider.
Mona Snyder, and you're already on here, right? You just had to hang up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I have you on there, Mrs. Schneider. Just a few moments, please. Okay, if your number ends in 121, what is your name? If your phone number ends in 121, what is your name?
It's for Edgar Garcia.
I'm sorry?
It's for Edgar Garcia. He was disconnected.
Edgar Garcia. Very good. Okay.
Yes.
It'll be just a few moments.
Thank you.
And if your number ends in 405, what is your name?
It's Megan. I got disconnected. It's Megan.
Okay, Megan, actually what I'm going to do is send you into a breakout room with John Mead.
Okay.
Where is she at, Clarissa?
She is on page 7. Number 26 on page 7.
Got it.
I figured she might be one of them because I didn't see her on here anymore. Okay. All right, John, do you have her, John? On page 7? I'll open this up. Oh, John's muted. John, you're muted.
I see her.
Okay. Just want to make sure you knew you were muted. Off y'all go.
Clarissa, okay, we have on the screen.
Oh, we have another one, don't we? That might be Karsha Flowers.
Moto E5 Geo.
Yes.
Hello?
Hi, are you calling under Moto E5 Geo? What's your name?
Okay.
What's your name? I can hear you, but I just need to know your name. Ma'am?
Hello?
Hi, I can hear you. What is your name? Maybe she can't hear me.
Are you Mrs. Flowers?
Versus a 1084 trying to call in.
Sorry, 3382 Karsha Flowers. I'm still here.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. Okay. Ma'am, if you
Yes,
have
you do.
Moto E5 Go, is that you? Can you hear us?
Doesn't look like she can hear us.
I don't know who she would be. Let's see. It might be, I don't know who that is. Melanie Walker. I think that's, are you Melanie Walker? I think she's Melanie Walker, but she can't hear us.
Okay. But she would be next. It looks like she's trying to call.
Yeah.
Is someone still calling or not?
My name is Cesar. Had a Zoom hearing today, which I totally missed. I'm last stage of selling my home. Yeah.
Tell him to call in.
Sure. If he's actually on here, I don't know who that is though. What is his name?
ARZABALA.
Melanie Walker, can you hear me? I think she can't hear me either. Clarissa.
Yeah, we might have to skip her until she can get her audio.
So let's go on to number 20,
ARZABALA.
Monica Schneider.
Let's see.
Okay, so let's unmute Mrs. Schneider.
Okay, you want to move on?
Yes.
Yeah. Melanie? Oh, now she's muted.
Who's that?
Melanie Walker. I wonder if she can hear us now because Melanie, can you hear us? Melanie? Melanie. Melanie.
I called on the phone.
Okay, can you hear me? Oh, she might be here waiting to be admitted. Let's see. Goodness. You just turn down whatever background, Melanie. Okay.
Hello?
Melanie, can you hear us?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, what number are you calling from?
Well, I'm on 2 lines because I couldn't get the video.
Okay, well, you need to turn something down back there because we hear a lot of racket.
No, let me see.
Oh, goodness. Okay. I can't unmute this 033 number. Hello?
Okay.
Are you
Hello?
calling from 033?
Yes, ma'am.
What is your name?
Melanie Walker.
Okay, this is you, Melanie. Good. Now we got you. It's your turn, by the way. So
Okay, I'm trying to
you're
get.
probably going to have to go into another room and get away from your computer. There you go.
Okay.
As long as we can hear you, you're fine.
Okay, Ms. Walker, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Ms. Walker, you have 2 cases here. One is failed to provide evidence of insurance. How do you plead to that charge?
No contest.
Okay, and you also have a charge of driving while licensed invalid or suspended. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and what did you want to do with these 2 citations, ma'am?
I was wanting to try to get my license. I was trying to get it, but it was a hold on it to where I couldn't get my license to show y'all that I at least retrieved my license.
And what, do you know why there's a hold on your license?
It said because of that ticket.
Here in China Grove?
Yes, sir.
In collection status, so that's probably why.
Yeah, Ms. Walker, we cannot release that because these tickets are outstanding.
Yeah, they're from 2019, Judge.
2019, yeah, I see that. Okay, so what did you want to do with these 2 citations?
Is there a way I can do a payment plan or something? Because we're living now in a hotel, so we're paying daily, and we're having some hardship over this COVID thing since March. So I was trying to see how it would work that.
Okay. Well, let's see here. See, the problem that we have, Ms. Walker, is that these numbers are high because there's omni fees and collection fees. Okay.
Right.
And that's the reason that they're so high. Normally, like for example, on the insurance ticket, the fine is what I normally reduce it to, so I can't go much lower. I can't go lower than that. And then on the driving while license invalid, that's about as low as I can go as well.
Well, I would need some kind of payment plan.
Okay.
Because $800 is just too much money.
That's a lot of money, I know that. Okay, well, I mean, I can put you on a payment plan if you'd like.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead on the insurance ticket. I'm gonna accept your plea of no contest. I'm gonna assess a fine of $384.50 and place you on a time payment plan. And then on the driving while license invalid, I'm gonna assess a fine of $319.80 and also place you on the payment plan.
Okay.
Okay. Clarissa, do we need anything else from Ms. Walker?
Ms. Walker, are you on Charcliff still?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll send you your payment plan to that address, okay? And as soon as these are paid off, they'll release that hold on your license.
Okay, that sounds good.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, I see you have Mr. Mead back.
I do. Can I ask real quick, is it possible to release Mr. Rosales?
Yes.
Does anybody here need an interpreter for Spanish at all? If so, please take yourself off of mute and let us know so that we can let our interpreter go.
For Edgar Garcia, he's gonna need an interpreter. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'll let the officer know.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so Mr. Mead, you were visiting with Megan Renee Reimsel?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay, were y'all, let me find her here. Let's see, here we go. Looks like she had 3 citations.
Yes.
Okay, were y'all able to reach any type of an agreement?
We were not, Your Honor, but we have talked about potential agreement, but she needs 60 days to get her driver's license problem straightened out. She's got to make an appointment for a driver's test. You know how that's going these days.
Right, okay.
If you give her a reset, then that would be great.
Okay, Miss Reismel, pronounce your name for me?
It's Rim Chisel.
Rim Chisel. Okay, Miss Rim Chisel, I'm gonna go ahead and reset your case for 60 days.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, that way you can try to get your license so y'all can work something out on your next court date.
Thank you.
All right, Clarissa, do we need anything else from Miss Rim Chisel?
Miss Rim Chisel, are you on East Terra Alta?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. That's where I'll send you a reset.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, y'all have a wonderful day.
You too.
You too, bye-bye.
Okay, John. I don't think there's any more with 3 violations. There's a couple with 2. So,
Okay,
and I just added a gentleman. He's, let me see what page he's on. He just entered. He's on page 5, and he's a little further than halfway down. Cesar Arzabala, and he'll be number 32.
Okay.
Has 1 violation.
Okay, and so who is next? Mona Schneider?
Right now, the next one is Mona Schneider, page 5.
Or maybe, you know, if Mr. Garcia needs an interpreter, maybe he should go
We can
first.
do that if you'd like. That way,
What do you think, Your Honor?
What's that?
Mr. Garcia needs an interpreter, so maybe if we're going to try to let Leroy hit the road.
be dismissed, yeah.
And that's,
He's on, Edgar Garcia is on page 6. I'm gonna get a plug real quick, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead so we can let the interpreter go. Okay, Officer Rosales, are you there?
Take long when you're using it like
Yes,
that.
I'm here.
All right. Okay, let's go ahead and unmute Mr. Garcia. Can you hear me?
It doesn't give you much notice.
Hey.
Leroy, go ahead and ask him if he's there.
Yes, I'm here.
No,
Oiga.
that's Mr. Edgar Garcia if he can hear me.
Señor García, ¿lo escucha el juez?
Sí, sí, que estoy escuchando.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Garcia, you have 2 citations. One is for fail to signal a turn. How do you plead to that charge?
Señor García, tiene una infracción por no señalar su volteada. ¿Cómo sea en ese culpable o no culpable?
No, sí la señalé, pero lo que pasa es que la señalé y el policía me dijo que me debería haber esperado más tiempo para haberme cambiado de línea.
Ok, lo que pasa ahorita, el juez le está pidiendo si se da culpable o no culpable o no lo entiende.
No, consciente.
¿Mande?
Consciente.
Sí, consciente, sí, pero no lo quiere pelear el caso o nomás quiere pagar la fianza o qué quiere hacer.
No, pues quería
a ver cuánto, porque la verdad en el ticket no dice cuánto es y la verdad yo no he checado cuánto es y pues
Sí.
como ahorita estamos después del trabajo, no sé cuánto sea.
Okay.
Sí,
Pero ahorita le estás
señor
pidiendo-
García, ¿me puede escuchar?
Sí, sí lo escucho.
Ese es el juez Morales.
Ajá.
Señor García, mire, aquí tiene 2 tickets. Uno es porque dice el oficial que no dio seña antes que volteó. A ese cargo, ¿cómo se declara? ¿Culpable o no culpable?
No culpable, es que sí la marqué, pero...
Ok, bueno, espéreme.
Ajá.
Bueno, y el ticket de no tener licencia de manejar, ¿cómo se declara?
Pues culpable.
Okay, all right. Okay, so why don't we do this? Mr. Meade, Mr. Edward Garcia is entering a plea of not guilty to the failed to signal turn, and he's entering a plea of guilty to no driver's license. Why don't we go ahead and put you and Mr. Garcia and Officer Rosales in a breakout so y'all can discuss it.
Okay.
Okay, Clarissa? Where did Clarissa go? Did we lose her?
Señor García.
Sí, dígame.
Vamos a hablar con el fiscal para que le arreglen lo del ticket de no señalar la volteada.
We're gonna need Clarissa before we can do any of that.
Vamos a irlos a un cuarto privado para hablar con él. So, espérate un momento.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Meade, I went ahead and text Clarissa, see where she went. Officer Rosales, are you at the courthouse?
No, sir. I'm at home.
Okay. Let me call her up. I lost you. Huh. That's a good question. That's what I was afraid of.
What happened?
Okay. 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 All right. Bye-bye. Okay, Mr. Meade, somehow Clarissa got kicked out and she's trying to find a way to get back in.
So what do we do till then, Your Honor?
Well, let's wait a little while. She's trying to log in somehow. What we may wind up doing with Mr. Garcia is just setting him down on the docket.
Non-jury?
Yeah, let me ask him what he wants. Señor García, ¿me puede escuchar?
Sí, sí lo escucho.
Señor García, mire, estamos teniendo problemas técnicos. Ok. So, puede hacer que tengamos que sentar su caso para un día de juicio. Pero como usted se está declarando no culpable, ¿qué clase de juicio quiere si tenemos que tener uno? ¿Uno en frente del juez o en frente de un jurado?
Ok, no, mire, pues mejor pago pues lo que es el ticket, porque como quiera, pues ahorita como está la situación, está complicado todo eso, ya ves lo de la enfermedad y todo eso, y pues mejor pues pago el ticket, nomás no sé qué tanto tiempo me den para pagarlo.
Tiempo le podemos dar, pero
Ajá.
mire, entonces tocante el ticket de la seña de voltear, ¿quiere cambiar
Ajá.
su declaración a culpable o qué?
Sí, por culpable, es mejor
Bueno.
pagar el ticket nada más y ya quedar limpio.
Bueno, mire, pero dice que va a necesitar tiempo para pagar, ¿verdad?
Pues sí, no sé cuánto me puedan dar.
Bueno, la única problema, señor, es que si le pongo una multa en estos dos tickets, cuando usted vaya a sacar su licencia, estos tickets los van a estar esperando.
Sí, no, pero o sea, lo voy a pagar. La idea es pagarlo.
Ok.
Sí.
Entiendo. Ok. Mire. Bueno, entonces, ¿usted de dónde es?
¿Cómo de dónde soy?
¿De qué país?
¿De México?
De México. ¿Usted tiene licencia de manejar en México?
Sí.
¿Y está válida?
Sí, pero el oficial no me la valió, dijo que no servía esa licencia.
Yo si está válida, yo se la puedo aceptar.
No, pues sí la tengo válida, pero el oficial, sí.
Bueno,
el oficial
mire.
eso fue lo que me dijo, que sí la tengo.
Bueno, vamos a hacer esto, mire. Quiero que usted haga una copia de su licencia y mándesela a la corte.
Ok.
¿Ok? Y si está válida, le voy a despedir ese ticket.
Ok.
¿Ok?
Ok.
Tocante el ticket de la seña, le voy a poner la multa a 250 y le voy a dar tiempo para pagar.
Ok.
Ok. Bueno,
Sí,
mire.
está bien.
Bueno, mire, vamos a hacer esto, mire.
Ajá.
El problema es que, bueno, oiga, nosotros tenemos su dirección, ¿verdad?
Sí, esta es mi dirección.
Bueno, le vamos a mandar a usted unos documentos para que pueda pagar la multa. Le vamos a dar tiempo que pague y que la vaya a pagar.
Ok, está bien.
¿Ok? Bueno, entonces, mire, ya puede colgar.
Ok.
¿Ok?
Ajá.
Y nosotros le mandamos unos documentos.
Ok, espero también ese papel para mandar la copia o sí va para que me den el número.
Documentos y cuando los mande para atrás, mande una copia de su licencia, de enfrente y de atrás de la licencia.
Ok, está bien, jefe.
Ok, ándale, se ya puede colgar.
Ándale, gracias.
Ok, adiós. Okay, Mr. Mead, I just got a message that I'm the host now. Now, let me see if I can, let's see, who were we going to put you in the breakout room?
Mr. Garcia.
The one that you were going to put me in with is the one that you just dealt with.
Okay, well, we're just wound up resetting that case.
Yeah, he was supposed to go in there with me, but I guess Officer Rosales can be excused now.
Yes, he can be excused.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Mr. Mead, what I did on Mr. Garcia is he has a valid Mexican driver's license. I told him to go ahead and send that in, and I'm going to go ahead and accept it. With regard to the failed to signal turn, it's going to be a straight pay for $250, and we're going to put him on a time pay.
I sort of understood.
Okay, all right. So, and I'll report that to Clarissa. Okay, now let's see here. Who do I have next here? Okay. Okay, so the next one is gonna be Mona Schneider. Ms. Schneider, can you unmute yourself, ma'am?
What page is she on, Your Honor?
She is on page 5, number 20. Okay, Ms. Schneider, can you hear me? Ms. Schneider?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yes.
good. Ms. Schneider, you have 2 citations here. One is an expired registration. Did that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and then you also have a charge of following too closely. How do you plead?
I guess no contest also, but
Okay.
do your officers have dash cams?
Do they have dash cams?
Yes.
Yes.
Because I questioned whenever I was pulled over
Uh-huh.
why I was even being pulled over, because I wasn't speeding, because I know China Grove, because I've been in that community for 30 years. I know better than to do that. And he said it was because I was following too closely. And I asked him, what vehicle was I following too close? And he said, that little black car. And I said, do you mean the one that didn't use a blinker and cut me off? Because that car wanted to turn there at the Dairy Queen in front of me. So he should have seen that it should be on the dash cam to show that I slowed down because that guy didn't use a blinker and he cut me off to be able to get in the lane to turn.
Okay, well, Ms. Schneider, let me, hold on for a second. Let me see here. I think you probably need to talk to the prosecutor.
Okay.
Because, yeah, it seems to be that it's being disputed, but let me see if I can get you into a breakout room. Well, you know what? I'm not the host, so I don't have that capability. Mr. Mead, are you a co-host?
I do not know, Your Honor.
Okay.
Let me look at the participants. They'll probably tell me. It says I'm a co-host, Your Honor.
Okay, is there a way for you to get Mrs. Schneider in a breakout room?
I'm not that good at this stuff. I don't think I can. I don't think I have that capability, as a matter of fact, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay. Okay, well, Clarissa just texted me. But you know it. Okay. Okay, well, why don't we do this? Ms. Schneider, I'm going to go ahead and make a notation here that you're entering a plea of not guilty. And what I'll do is that, you know, we're having these technical difficulties, so I can't put you in a breakout room. But what we will do,
I see a breakout room right here.
Can you put her in there?
Do you see the breakout room there, ma'am?
You know what? I don't see her. Did you put her in the breakout room? Well, maybe he did. Okay, so let's move on. Hopefully he took her into the breakout room. Okay, so let's see. That's 20. Strike 21. Okay, Shelly Jean Garza. Where is Miss Garza?
Right here, Mr. Morales.
Okay, Miss Garza, let's see here. Okay, you have 2 citations. One is a speeding 70 and a 60. To that charge, how do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and then you also have a charge of change lanes when unsafe. How do you plead?
Not guilty. I
Okay.
used my turn signal and there was over a car and a half length in front of the other vehicle when I moved over.
Okay, why don't we do this, Ms. Garza?
Yes, sir.
It looks like Mr. Mead has been able to get Ms. Schneider in a breakout room to try to work something out.
Yes,
Since
sir.
you're pleading not guilty to one of the charges, why don't I ask you to stand by and see if you can visit with the prosecutor, see if y'all can work something out.
Yes, sir. That'll be fine.
All right, so just stand by, okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sure. Okay. And if you don't mind, if you could mute yourself.
I'm trying to figure that.
There you go. You got it. Okay. All right, that's number 20. Okay, number 22, Miss Dupree. Marcus Dupree, can you unmute yourself, Mr. Dupree?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Okay, very good. Mr. Dupree, you have a ticket here for speeding. It's alleged you were doing 54 and a 35. How do you plead?
No contest.
Okay, and let's see. You were in a construction zone, but no workers present. What did you want to do with your citation, sir?
I wanted to do driver's defensive driving.
Defensive driving, okay. Let me ask you 4 questions. Do you have a valid driver's license?
Yes, sir.
Are you covered by insurance?
Yes, sir.
And have you taken the class in the last 12 months to get a ticket dismissed?
No.
Okay. And can you pay $144 in court cost?
Yes.
Okay. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and grant your request for defensive driving. I'm going to give you this phone number here that you can call the court so you can pay the court cost, and they'll give you further instructions.
Okay, is that the regular court number that you stated earlier?
Yes, the 648-4923.
Yes, sir, I have it.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and release you. And if you'll call the court and tell them that I granted your request for defensive driving.
All right, thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. You can log off.
All right.
Okay, Clarissa, were you able to, and text me back, but were you able to hear the disposition on Marcus Dupree? Oh, there you are. Can you unmute yourself, Clarissa? Oh, right. Good. Good job.
Oh my goodness. We had a storm blow through here. I don't know if that's what happened, but goodness.
Okay, well, let me give you an update.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Can I run in the other office and grab the jackets real quick? I'll be right back. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm going back and forth.
We need to get Ms. Schneider out of the breakout room.
Okay, Clarissa's back.
Good. Now we don't have to worry
Hey, I've ran between 2 offices about 30 times, so I'm a little out of breath. Okay, did we close a breakout room?
You need to. Ms. Schneider's in there.
Gosh, I probably have to run in there and close it on that one. I'm sorry. My gosh. I think I'm the, I need to make myself the host in there again. Over here. Gosh.
Clarissa's getting her exercise today, Jack.
Sure is. And Mr. Mead, what page is Mrs. Schneider on?
On page 5, Your Honor, about a fourth of the way down the page.
Oh, yeah, there she is.
Okay.
Okay, Mr. Meek, while we're waiting for Clarissa, once we get done with Ms. Schneider, Shelley Garza is gonna wanna visit with you. She is on page. She's on page 3.
Okay.
And she's entering a plea of not guilty on the change lane when unsafe and a NOLO on the speeding ticket. Okay, but before you do that, let's see what we got with Ms. Schneider.
My gosh. I don't have a pen. Judy, can you bring me a pen? Bring a pen. I'm sorry.
Ms. Schneider's back, Your Honor.
Mr. Meade.
She's back.
Okay, were you all
Yes,
able to
you're
reach an agreement?
Yes.
Okay, what do we have? And Ms. Schneider, if you'll listen up to the terms, and then I'm gonna ask if that's your understanding.
Okay.
Where's
I'm recommending, Your Honor, in return for plea of guilty on the following too closely violation, 60 days deferred, $220. Ms. Schneider, can you pay that today?
Can I do it electronically?
Sure, you can do it. You do it by credit card. You can do it. You'll call in and make arrangements. And
Yes.
and also, I'm taking into consideration the expired registration and requesting court dismiss then.
Okay, is that your understanding, Ms. Schneider?
Yes.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and follow the plea bargain agreement. I'm gonna accept your plea. Was my understanding you want to plead guilty to following too closely? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm gonna accept your plea of guilty. I'm gonna go ahead and place you on deferred for 60 days with a special expense fee of $220. And I'm gonna go ahead and dismiss the expired registration as the prosecutor took that into consideration. Okay, Ms. Schneider, did you write down that number that I gave earlier to the courthouse?
I know it's 210-648-49.
23.
I'm sorry?
23.
23. Okay.
All right, if you'll call that number and they'll go ahead and take your payment and they'll give you further instructions.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
I'm going, Ms. Gart.
Yeah.
I thought you took him already.
Clarissa, did y'all get that information on Ms. Schneider?
Yes, sir.
Did you
I
need
got
anything else
that.
from me?
Okay, yeah, you can go ahead and log off, Ms. Schneider.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Clarissa,
Okay,
we put Mr. Meade and Shelley Garza in a breakout room.
Shelley Garza. Okay.
Okay, and then it looks like the next one is Joseph Anthony Hosek. He's on page 5, number 27.
Okay, John. Shelley, take your phone off mute or your thing off mute there. Okay. Hosek. Gotcha. Okay.
5.
I'm sorry. I'm a little rattled.
Oh, that's okay. You're doing a great job.
Woo! Okay.
Okay, Mr. Hosek, let's see, do we have him off of mute? Yeah, can you unmute yourself, Mr. Hosek? Okay, there you go. Mr. Hosek, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Mr. Hosek, you have an offense here for failed to pass to the right safely. To that charge, how do you plead?
Well, on my ticket, it doesn't say, it says improper passing.
Okay.
That's the technical wording on my
Yes,
ticket.
sir. The wording in our court software says fail to pass to right safely / improper passing.
It does, all it says on my violation is improper passing.
Yes, and this statute covers it. It has a slash behind the fail to pass to right safely / improper passing.
Okay,
It's all-
I'm just going
it's
by
all
what my-
included in
I'm
the
just
same
going by what
statute.
my ticket says.
Yes, sir.
I'm just going by
It's-
what my ticket says.
Okay, and this is the correct statute for that improper passing.
Okay. So, sir, to that charge, how do you plead?
I'll plead no contest.
No contest, okay? And what did you want to do with that citation, sir?
Well, I could take defensive driving, can't I?
Yes, you can. You want to do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me ask you 4 questions. Do you have a valid driver's license?
Sure do.
Are you covered by insurance?
Sure am.
And have you taken the class in the last 12 months to get a ticket dismissed?
No, sir.
Okay, and can you pay 144 court costs today?
I can.
Okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and grant your request for defensive driving. If you will call that number that I gave earlier, and they'll collect the court cost and then give you some additional paperwork.
Yes, I understand that, Judge, but can I say one thing before I go?
Sure.
I'm a U.S. veteran, and when I pulled over, I had my hands up, I got out of the car, and I did everything I was supposed to do. I've never had a gun put behind my head, and I've never been arrested like that before. I've never been treated so unprofessionally. And I don't know why I was treated like that, but I will be contacting the chief.
The chief, okay. And who was the
And,
officer?
and it was Mr. Rosales.
Okay, okay. Well, and that would be the thing to do, sir, is to contact the chief.
I understand that. And another thing before I go, I've never seen.
I'm
Go
sorry,
ahead.
Ma'am?
if you want to, also, if you would like to file a formal complaint, you can go to the City of China Grove's website, and the complaint form and the process is on there.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll do that.
thank you, sir.
And
Mr. Jose, you were
okay,
going to say
thank you,
something
Judge,
else.
for your time.
Well, were you going to say something else, sir?
No, I was going to say thank you for your time, Judge. I've been waiting for 4 hours to hear you, so you know.
Okay. Well, I apologize for the wait, but we had some technical difficulties there. But thank you for your patience, sir, and your service.
All right, appreciate that.
Sure.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you, Mr. Hosek.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Mead.
Yes.
Okay, you were visiting with Mrs. Garza.
Yes.
Let's see, was she on page 5?
She's here with us now. Will you unmute yourself?
Yes, she's on page 3, sir.
Page 3.
Down towards the bottom of the page.
All right, there we go. Okay, let me just mark off here. Okay, Mr. Mead, were you able to reach any kind of an agreement?
Yes, we were.
Okay, and what is that?
On the charge of speeding,
Uh-huh.
I'm recommending 90 days deferred for a special expense fee of $250. And I'm recommending the court dismiss the changed lanes when unsafe as taken into consideration.
Okay, and you said that was 90 days?
90 days,
Okay.
$250.
Okay. Miss Garza, were you able to listen to that?
Yes, sir.
Is that your understanding of the agreement?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of no contest to the speeding charge. I'm gonna go ahead and place you on deferred disposition for 90 days with a special expense fee of $250. The state is recommending a dismissal as it has taken the charge of change length when unsafe into consideration. So that will be dismissed.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, do you have that number that we gave earlier?
Yes, sir. I have it right here.
Okay, if you'll call that number and pay that the special expense fee.
Yes, sir.
All right, do you have any questions, ma'am?
No, sir.
All right, well, you're excused. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay, that's 22.
Is that the window earlier?
What's he calling court cost today?
No, I think he's doing the driving safety course, 144, yeah. Okay, Where are we? I don't even know. Okay, Shelley
Number
Garcia. 22.
24 has been taken care of. Number 25 been taken care of. 26 taken care of. 27.
I think we're on 28. I don't see 20.
Roberto Garcia.
Yes.
Was 27 taken care of, Clarissa?
Who is 27? I'm looking for that person right now. Yeah. Yes. No contest. Driving. That was Mr. Hosick. 27.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
So now we're on
Mr.
28.
Okay, Mr. Roberto Garcia, can you unmute yourself, sir?
If not, I can.
Yes, sir.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Garcia, you have 2 cases here, sir. One is for a no driver's license. How do you plead?
Well, I'm guilty, sir. My license is suspended, so like there's no denying it.
Okay.
I actually, last time we spoke, I was in the process of trying to get some stuff cleared up so I can try to get my license reinstated. I recently just got everything removed as far as the hold. I just have to pay the $200 to the state to actually get my license reinstated, which I was going to do this week. But I know we have court as well, so I know that's the dilemma right now that I've been kind of struggling with, and I know you gave me quite a bit of extensions already. And I'm trying my best to get everything straightened out, sir. I really am. Just the COVID thing and then my daughter getting sick has kind of been a little bit difficult to deal with as well.
Okay. Well, let me ask you this. You have a second charge of failed to maintain insurance. How do you plead to that charge?
That was guilty as well, sir. Actually, since the incident happened, I've gotten my insurance. It's under my name for the vehicle, and it's been maintained for 6 months. We're actually going into the 6th month of me maintaining it. If you'd like, I can show you proof that I have maintained it. I know that you haven't asked me for that, but I'm willing to provide that information if need be.
Well, the thing is this, if we're going to make it a requirement by the court, it has to be in some form of probation, which we're not there yet. Mr.
Yes, sir.
Garcia, how many resets have you had?
2 of them. Sir.
2 of them?
This would be the 3rd time I'm talking to you, sir.
Okay. Well, let me ask you, are you in a position to do anything today?
Here. Do you know what he's doing?
As far as payment,
yes.
I only have $50 in my bank account right now, sir. I don't get paid till this Friday.
But what I'm saying
if you
is
like,
that-
I'm more than willing to give the $50 to the court if need be. But I actually don't get paid till this Friday, so I'd be able to make a payment if that's the next step or the next course of action.
Well, no, the next step would be to put you in a payment plan.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and do that?
Yes, sir. I know. I really didn't want to go that route because I know that it will go on my driving record. But right now I don't know how much patience you have with me, and I apologize for these previous 2 times. I'm not trying to make things more difficult than what they need to be, sir. So whatever is the next best option, I'm more than willing to comply.
Okay. Well, see, normally, I very rarely give 3 resets. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm going to do on your case, sir, is I'm going to go ahead and put you on a time pay, and I'm going to reduce one of the fines. Okay.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, so to
Yes,
the
sir.
charge of no driver's license, I'm going to accept your plea of guilty, assess a fine of $167, and put you on time pay. On the
Yes, sir.
citation for no insurance, I'm going to reduce the fine down to $200 and put you on a time pay as well.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I
All right.
appreciate your patience with me.
Not a problem. Okay, sir, if you will, they're going to be sending you some documents if you go ahead and sign those in and get them back to the court.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, sir. Unless you
Mr.
have
Garcia, can I ask you, are you still on McKay Street?
No, ma'am. I've
Okay, can you
the
go
last.
ahead? Can I get you to call in and give us your new, we need to be able to mail you your payment forms, your time payment forms. Can you please call the court real quick and give us?
Yes, ma'am. You've been mailing all the court dates to my new address since the process has started.
Okay.
So I
Well,
believe
maybe
I have
it's
my new address.
Okay, maybe it's in the system correctly then.
Just ask them that street.
What,
Yeah.
can you
If
give
you
me the
like,
street?
I have
Just give me the street name, not the number.
Stringfellow.
Okay, thank you. If we can't find it,
Yes,
we'll give
ma'am.
you, thank you.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
sir, I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
go ahead and excuse you.
Judge, Mr.
Yes, sir.
Hosick,
Thank you so much.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Mr. Hosick is on the phone. He was the one, the veteran that just called, that was just on the thing with you. He wants to know if he can come by tomorrow and bring his driver's license, insurance, and pay the 144 for the driving safety course.
Will y'all be open?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fine.
okay, thank you.
All righty.
Judy,
Okay, now that gets us to Karsha Flowers. Ms. Flowers, can you unmute yourself, ma'am?
Judy.
Ms. Flowers, can you unmute yourself?
Let me see if I can do it.
There we
There
go.
we
We
go.
got it. We got her. We got her.
Yes, sir.
Miss Flowers, it looks like you're here on a show cause hearing. And with regard to the impeding traffic, you have not turned in your certificate.
Correct. Things are going well, and I had paid a portion of the fine and was going to get everything done, and then I lost my job due to COVID. So I was unemployed, and so I called China Grove to see if I can get an extension on the time frame for me to get everything completed and submitted for the ticket that I got.
Well, now, have you taken the class yet?
No, right after, shortly after we had our phone Zoom meeting, I lost my job.
Okay.
So I didn't have any cash, but now things are looking better, and so I want to go ahead and clear it with some extension of some time.
Well, how much time do you need to do the class?
I would say at least 30 days.
All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and reset the show cause for 30 days.
Okay.
You can get your certificate and your driving record.
Correct.
Now, on the red light, it looks like you have a balance of 166.
I'm not for sure. I thought one was, is that correct? I don't know.
Clarissa, do we show her with a balance of 166?
She does have a balance of 166, yes.
Is
The
that-
total
is
was
that-
300, she paid a portion of it, but she has a balance of 166 owing. She did pay the 144 for her driving safety course, but she just hasn't completed the course.
Right. Yeah, well, I'm giving her 30 days to do that. Okay. Now, as far as the 166, ma'am, when can you pay that?
Can I have a week?
Sure. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give you 2 weeks to get it paid.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Clarissa, do we need anything else from Ms. Flowers?
No, okay, so I'm sorry, I missed the driving safety course. What are we doing with that?
I'm resetting the show cause date for 30 days. So she can do the class and get her driving record in.
Okay, so does she need to come to court to provide that, or does she show it to us? Or
Yeah, show it to y'all.
Okay. So she's got a 30-day extension on the driving safety course, and then 2 weeks to pay the deferred, and at that time, it will be complete, her deferred, and it will staff her record?
Yes.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, Ms. Flowers, do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, well, you're excused.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, it looks like we are in Noah Reese.
Yes. Let
Okay,
me see
Ms.
if I
Reese,
can
can you unmute yourself, ma'am? Okay, Ms. Reese, can you hear me? Ms. Reese?
Noah, can you hear him? There you go.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Mr. Reese, you're under the age of 25, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now you have 2 citations. One is displaying wrong, fictitious, or altered, obscured insignia. To that charge, how do you plead?
I'm clearly not guilty.
Not guilty. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to visit with the prosecutor, see if y'all can work something out on that one and the insurance ticket, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, Clarissa, can we put...
There we go. Okay, they're in there. So now it looks like we just have Noah, I'm sorry, Cesar Arzabala on page, I don't know where I have him, 31. He's number 31.
Well, no, we took care of that one.
Cesar Arzabala?
Yeah, that's the one that had the attorney. Ernesto Zavala?
That was, yeah, that was Ernesto
oh,
Zavala. This is Cesar
I'm Cesar
Arzabala.
Emilio Zavala. I'm the last one to join in the group.
Yeah, he just joined us. I'm trying to find him though. My goodness, I'm blind here. I think he's on. Oh, goodness.
Okay, he's on page 5. He's number 32.
32.
Yeah,
What do we have for 31?
I think we don't have a 31.
Yeah, I think he's 31.
Is it 31? Okay.
I think so.
Okay. All right. So let me just go ahead and change. Okay. Let's see. Okay, Mr. Arzabala, can you unmute yourself, sir?
I think he was.
Well, he's muted right now.
Oh, gosh. Okay, I'll unmute him.
Okay. Yeah, there
There
we
we
go.
go.
Mr. Arzabala, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Arzabala, you have a citation here for speeding. It's alleged you were doing 54 and a 35. And it also says that you were in a construction zone with workers present. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, just to let you know, on that type of violation, I do not grant defensive driving or probation. So knowing that, how do you plead to that charge?
Well, I'm guilty. I mean,
okay,
I'm guilty.
Did you just
And
pay that
there's
fine?
There's no way I can get that off my record.
No, not in a construction zone with workers present.
Ouch. So there's
The best
nothing I can do.
I'm sorry?
There's nothing I can do to get it off my record.
No, sir. Not in a construction zone violation.
Okay, then. So how much do I have to pay then?
Well, I can reduce the fine. Right now, it's recommended $396. I can do it for $300.
Okay.
Okay. Now, can you pay that today?
No, not today. I can't pay that today. I probably could pay it in a couple of weeks.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put you on time pay, which means that you would have 30 days to pay it.
Okay.
Now, if you don't pay it within the 30 days, then you'll be put on a payment plan, but then they're going to add $15 to it.
And let me ask you this. So there's nothing in my power that I can do to get that off my record?
No, sir. No, unfortunately, yeah, because it's in a construction zone with workers present. I don't have the authority to grant defensive driving nor probation. Okay. Mr. Zavala, can you unmute yourself? You went back on mute.
And that's gonna stay on my record forever then, huh?
No, after 3 years, it'll drop off. but
Okay,
you're
then.
gonna accumulate 3 points.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, then. Well, yes. Where do I send this money to once I get this money?
Okay.
Just mail it to the
You
court
just
there.
have to, yeah, you can mail it in with a cashier's check or money order if you want to just mail in the 300, or you can call us and
Mhm.
make the payment over the phone.
What's the good number that I can contact
To
you?
pay it over the phone, you would call 210-837-3704. That's the city's cell phone, or the court cell phone, so we can answer that one.
Yes, that's the one I've been reaching out
Very
to.
good. Okay, Cesar.
Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
Sure.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, Mr. Mead, were you with Noah Reese?
I was, Your Honor.
Okay, were y'all able to reach any type of an agreement?
Mr. Reese is going to plead not guilty to both charges and wants to, I believe he said he wanted a non-jury trial.
Okay, Mr. Reese, is that correct? Did you want a jury trial or a non-jury trial?
I'll take a non-jury. That's the judge, right? Just see the judge.
The judge, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'll take that one.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and accept your plea of not guilty to both charges and set it down for a non-jury trial. So the court will get back with you as far as the trial date.
Noah, are you still on Moss
Yes,
Meadow?
sir.
Are you still living
Yes,
on Moss
ma'am.
Meadow? Okay, that's where we'll send your not guilty form. You'll need to fill it out and send it back, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm dismissed.
All right, you're excused, sir. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, you're dismissed. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Yeah, have a good day.
Okay, Clarissa, then we have Mrs. Norton.
Is there anybody else?
Miss Judy North, well, that's our Judy, right?
That's our Judy.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
We got Judge Lawrence down here at the bottom.
that's me. Oh, he's down there too. My gosh. Oh, because it's still signed on in my office.
I think I can make send me off to a room with him. I think I can get a plea bargain out of him.
I bet you can.
Guys, hold on, we're still on live too.
Oh, yes, we are.
Okay, I need to call the docket for those individuals